it to my Discord and my
All
community
right.
wall.
Cool.
So that people can come on over. And
Uh-huh.
one second.
And so we're live on this white camera, okay, Joe?
We're live right
That's
here.
right, the
We're
black
live right
one.
here.
The black one is just recording.
Okay, got
We'll move that around as we need to. So while you're doing that, we're gonna let you know that as Belizeans or Caribbeans, I think Jamaicans do this too.
Mhm.
We wash everything with distilled white vinegar
Yes.
with the meats, or lemon juice or lime
Or
juice.
lemon juice, mostly lime juice. And with the lime juice, doesn't it like the acid from the lime kind of like starts the cooking process?
It tenderizes it. I didn't learn that till like recently though, like a couple of years ago. I just do what my ancestors tell me. You know what I mean? They say do that, we're gonna do that. We don't ask why. So you could go ahead and wash, babe.
Okay.
You can go ahead and wash. And in the book, do not bought my book.
Yes,
I
I
told
did.
Joe out of his own money. And Joe says, is he going to buy it out of somebody else's money? I said, yeah, you don't know. Do not be having house in different areas.
I got O's in different areas.
Not meaning he bought it on his own without saying, hey.
Yeah, right.
And he brought the book with him, and we have a copy here too, and he wants to make this from the book. And of course he picks the hardest thing. It's not hard, it just takes a lot.
It's the most time consuming. And the reason why I pick oxtails is because me being half Jamaican, right? I've never fully learned how to like cook them Jamaican style. So if I can like learn how to cook them a different way, maybe I can incorporate both or whatever. That's the beautiful part about cooking. Like you just
and Black Americans cook oxtails differently.
Yeah, exactly. I'm all over the place with the oxtails.
I saw Auntie Fee do it, and she seasoned it up, put it in a pan, threw some flour on top, right, Joe, and some water, and shoved it in the oven. And Joe, what the hell is she doing with them oxtails?
Auntie Fee was a personality, not a chef.
It didn't look bad though. It didn't look bad when she took it out to that. It didn't look bad, So I was like, Joe, it didn't look bad. Joe said, "You silly, you gonna eat anybody food?"
Right. But wasn't oxtail frozen as well when she did it?
She was a character. She was nice though. I met her. We did different gigs together. Where go ahead, baby, watch the
Okay, we
did different gigs together where we
half a cup of vinegar.
MC. I guess MC or hosted things, and she I'll go this way. Let's get the camera that way. You can still see you? Okay, still see because you're tall. Yeah, so we did different gigs together, and she was cool. She was really cool. She couldn't like say different people's names because names were hard for her. So
Ebonics is her first language. What do you expect?
Whenever we did stuff together, she would say, "Let her read the names. I'm just gonna be here and do the clowning," and it worked because I was good at the names and I wasn't good at the clowning, right? So it worked. So one time when we first met her, she didn't know that Joe was hearing impaired, and so Joe just stood quietly while I spoke to her, and she did that. Blah, 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 blah to Joe. And I'm like, he's truly deaf. And she goes, oh God, I feel so bad. I'm like, we're not offended.
I mean, average person would be, but Auntie Fee was a character.
Yeah, it's like, come on. I give comedians a lot of grace. You know what I mean? All right, Joe, can you see this camera here? Yeah, you can still see Joe.
So you washed it with the vinegar. Okay.
You stay with the
But are you not afraid of like a vinegar taste?
No, it won't have a vinegar taste. Because it's not apple cider vinegar, that nasty garbage juice thing. I don't like that.
I call it the rest of the juice.
How much salt did he say in your book?
All right.
Let's look.
I just wanted to say you could go more or less.
Yeah, I believe it is on page.
Well, this is a lot of oxtail.
You know, but just letting.
This is a lot. So this is
Let's see if everybody came in alive.
Let's see. Anybody here?
Are you sure we're live? We don't see. Oh, can you go to the chat page? Let me go to the chat page.
So as far as size, it says 3 teaspoons of salt. Okay, right. But this is how many pounds of oxtail? This is like what, 5 pounds, right?
It's quite a bit.
So it says 3 teaspoons of
Miss
salt
Lucky.
for 3 pounds. So basically 1 teaspoon per pound.
Hey, 27. Hi, cousin Jay.
Oh, that's Himalaya salt. I love Himalaya salt.
That has less sodium than the regular salt. So you might have to put a little bit more. But what Joe does is he sprinkles so you can get it on all sides.
Oh, so y'all like real black people. Y'all don't measure shit. Okay, got you. Okay.
We don't want a whole damn book.
I mean, but the thing is, when it comes to cooking books, and the reason why I was so compelled to buy this is because I want to know the basis, like what ingredients, the seasoning, the temperature. Do you cook it slow? Do you cook it fast? Those are things that basically bring out the cultural tradition in these dishes. So I purchased this because I want to know the basic. Now, You know, I probably put me some onion, bell peppers, and all of this up in here.
Yeah, you can definitely do
yeah.
bell peppers.
Okay, I don't put a whole lot of salt right now.
Uh-huh.
But as this cookie could taste it, if you want more, just add the salt to it.
Right.
Making sure Joe's still in the shot. See how the dog got quiet?
Mm-hmm.
We can't let Cora in today, guys, because we want to go in the room, the studio, and that's Cora's domain along with mine, so she don't let nobody in there. She'll let you in this part of the house because we're here, but don't go in our room.
Don't go in the room.
She'll eat your face off.
So that's cayenne
That's
pepper.
cayenne. No, Belizeans don't cook with cayenne.
What
But
is that?
because we live in America
Okay.
and I like the
Yeah.
taste of cayenne, I put that. So like you said, just use the basics and put what you like, right?
Do you use any paprika pepper?
No. This
Exactly.
is what this is gonna
Right.
replace the paprika
Yeah.
with the ricotta.
Paprika is only there for the color.
Some garlic.
Yeah.
According
This
to
too.
ITP.
This too is only there for the color
A
too.
bit of garlic.
Mhm.
Okay.
We always put garlic on beef. We don't always put it on chicken, but on beef.
Right. It's a nice.
But when I say we, I mean me and Joe right here. I'm not talking Belizeans on a whole.
So, can you supplement the powdered garlic for fresh garlic, and would that be better?
Um,
Well,
it
well, you could if you want.
garlic tends to like burn if you cook it too hot.
Yeah,
This
that's
has to
true.
cook a while, so I like
That's
the
a good
powder.
one.
And it's not garlic salt because garlic salt
It's
has salt in it. It's
That's
just the
garlic
powder. Yeah.
Got you.
Don't ever buy stuff with salt already in it because you want to control the salt that gets into your food.
Right.
So don't buy onion salt, garlic
And this
salt.
is a-
Buy the powder.
Ricotta or the achiote.
Yeah.
So I've never heard of this. Is this?
It's grown on a tree. Back in the olden days, they call it the lipstick tree because like the natives used to rub it on their lips for lipstick, right?
Can I try a little bit of that?
It's gross tasting, but you can try
Yeah.
it.
Taste if you want, but it's not
Yeah,
have
just give me
really
one second.
That's the same thing Troy's did. He tasted him like, you crazy.
Doesn't
That
really
thing
have
tastes
no-
nasty.
that. Taste it and see. What you
This
think?
one's going.
Right?
Let's
It
address
tastes
the
like
comment.
clay dirt.
See, don't taste good.
And mostly to get the meat brown. Give it that
Oh, it's the
color.
browning. Oh, so you don't use like in America what we use actual brownie. It comes in this black bottle that's probably like this,
Mm-hmm.
and we use that to actually get the
Do
color.
you know what it's made of? You
Um,
think it's burnt sugar?
It's probably, I think it's burnt sugar. I think it definitely has soy in it.
Mhm.
It looks like molasses. I don't know.
Well, this is gonna get it brown.
Okay, so this is what you use. To
Hi,
brown.
Zilla's
Right.
wife.
Okay, got you.
Hi, cousin Jay. You said you might have to leave at 3. That's cool. Thank you for stopping in. Hi, Simply Smarter Shopping. Share the live stream, guys,
Yeah,
please,
share
so
the
people
live
can come
stream.
in. They're not gonna be with us for a couple of hours while we make
What? Hold on,
why I'm
it's-
looking at this one.
We are live.
Okay, we're gonna make meat pies. We're gonna make meat pies, and Joe's gonna show him how to do the oxtail. Joe already made rice and beans on the side, and I made potato salad on the side. So he's gonna have a full meal when it's done. We might even do a mukbang. We'll see.
Yes.
It was a nightmare to set up this
Okay.
live event, right?
And for you. I had to come and save the day.
He did because I
You
told
see,
you, I
we
said
don't
he's
put a
gonna show me everything about doing
We
live.
don't put a whole lot of seasoning. We just put salt,
So
black pepper,
The ricotta.
Ricotta.
Remember that has no taste.
cayenne pepper, and some garlic.
That's it.
So like as far as being Black American, right? So
Mhm.
when I cook, the seasoning is what we put on there and it kind of like leads the food, and the taste of the food, right?
Mhm.
And so when you putting salt in this that has no taste, no seasoning,
No taste. Uh-huh.
so you're necessarily relying on this meat to taste how it really tastes. The
Yeah, you're
flavors
gonna
of the meat.
taste the meat.
Black Americans like
I
usually
can't.
in my house we
Uh-huh.
taste the meat, but it's the seasonings. That's
You'll
what we
taste
do.
that too when it's cooking, but it's like we want,
Mhm.
like the people say, let my meat taste like the meat, right?
Right.
This
Instead of
one
just
do
all
the
like
trick. The
covering
onion.
The onion
And
is
it's-
gonna bring out
I'm
the flavor of the
sorry.
meat. So you're really relying on the flavor of the meat.
Right.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and he'll put cilantro too. I'll go clean up some of this
So I
mess.
got it all on. So let's
Let me see if I
fire
took
up
it
the
out.
galley.
So let's fire it up, and then when we get these oxtails on the grill, we're gonna then get into some of the messiest stuff. Some of the stuff cross transfer from my platform over here, talking about different things. And honestly, Barbara is one of the people I've been talking to. I met her on YouTube. She's seen me go through the verse, and I talk to her every day. And
Mhm.
I'm the same way as I talk to her. And I think it's very important
Yep.
to show that you can be diversified. And in doing so, I feel really great. And I feel really honored by her allowing me to come into her house, even though she lives an hour away from San Diego.
It's like an hour 40 something minutes.
Yeah, an hour and 40 some minutes. I was like, let me go. I was on live on my channel. I deleted the video obviously because of all the music and stuff. But I'm here. I feel really blessed. I cannot wait to eat.
I've been stopped before.
You've been stopped
I
before?
still don't know by who, if it's like somebody that we know, like in our everyday life,
Uh-huh.
or if it's somebody through YouTube. Because at first I didn't used to say the city that I live in, because just for safety reasons. But then when the mayor showed up on my channel, then everybody has to know the mayor of what city, right?
Yeah.
So I don't hide it. I don't lead with it, but I don't hide it no more.
Mm-hmm.
Did you throw away my meat? No.
No, it's the oil.
Okay, the oil. Yeah. So somebody used to come and put stuff in my mailbox, like random weird stuff. They came like 6 times. We still don't know who it is.
We use this onion, the small onion right here.
How much of it you gonna use for that? I'll use the whole onion.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna
Okay,
use.
gotcha.
You want cilantro too? Did I put that away?
Yeah.
So I grab it and put me some bell peppers in there.
See,
Well, we never use no bell
I
I
probably-
peppers.
know what you like, because I don't
You
like
what you
bell
like, I
peppers.
was
I
trying
like
to show
red,
you.
yellow, orange, red bell peppers, but I don't like the green one. A lot of Belize people cook with the green one.
Yeah, I mean it's just for the color.
Did you know that they said the green bell peppers are the ones that turn to red, yellow, orange?
No.
They said the green ones are when it's green. That's what I heard. And
I
then it
didn't know
changes colors as it sit there and gets right, but you don't know which one it's going to be unless you plan to deceive yourself.
Oh wow, I didn't
That's
know
what I
that.
heard. I could be wrong.
I mean, I can see that because it's just like growing, pot or something like that. The bud, it all looks the same,
Right.
But then when it fully develops, it turns into.
But then how you get yellow, orange?
Different seeds.
Yeah.
But you know which one you planted. So it all starts off as green.
Uh-huh.
And then when it ripens, it changes color.
But are
If
you
I'm
sure
wrong,
about that?
somebody correct me.
Because it's almost like caladiums. You don't know what you're getting until it grows, right?
I'm telling you, I'm not sure. I just heard that somewhere. I should Google that. I should Google it. Somebody tell me. My smart people. Edmund, are you in this live? I have a smart guy, Edmund, that comes in. He tells me all
Smart
this stuff.
guy. Hey, what's up,
Hi,
DeGracia?
DeGracia.
The knot head is about to hit the light.
Yes, hit the like, guys. Hi,
The knot is tall.
Cardi.
Look, they like the knot is tall. Like you didn't know.
He's super tall. He's trying to pass. He's trying to pass for like 5 something, but he's like 6'3". He's super tall. Where did he put my question? Where's my question? In the back. Okay.
And this is gonna be browning for the next 2 hours or something like that.
No,
Not
he's gonna
brown.
brown for a few minutes, and then he's gonna put water and have it like cook.
So,
And
right.
that's gonna be 2 hours. That's what we're moving and do the
Gotcha.
meat
So we're gonna
pies.
use it for cilantro and just cut it up.
So, do you want the cilantro?
After when everything is
Right. And what about the onions?
onion can be after when that is brown.
After it's brown and when it's cooking.
He will saute the onions, you know.
So So the onions are basically gonna
Do
dissolve.
you like cilantro?
Yeah, I like cilantro.
Okay, because there's a certain part of the population that can't tolerate the taste of cilantro. It tastes like soapy water to them.
But you
Because
don't
they're
really
missing
like
something in their body that don't make them taste cilantro the right way.
Really?
No, that one I know for sure because I looked it up.
but you don't even taste this in the meat.
You know,
Right.
it'll have such a taste.
So you don't taste it in the meat. Why you use it? Why you
No.
waste the money?
No,
Put it in
no.
the pot.
That's what given it that kick, right?
No, you'll know once you taste the whole thing. You go, wait a minute, I tasted what he put there. You'll know. You know.
You know what I like to use a lot, even if it don't belong, is lemon pepper. I don't know
I can see
why.
that. That would go good with chicken.
Lemon
Right?
pepper is really good with chicken.
Yeah, that would go good. I think we used to buy that at one point.
And I need
too.
some lemon pepper with my crab legs,
Uh-huh. So you like seafood? Yeah. I asked for some people that don't like seafood, you know? So guys, we're having fun in the
it looks
kitchen
so
today.
good.
Really hot.
And by the way, the only reason I cook oxtails is because I selected it. I was on a live stream and I opened a book. I was like, "Oh, oxtails! I want the oxtail." So that's why I cook an oxtail, because of me.
Such a special.
This is my family away from my family.
So it's kind of really looking good already. Huh?
Yes, it is. You ready to eat now?
He can always eat. He's always ready to eat. He doesn't eat big, like a large amount, but he's always ready to eat.
Yeah, but he's not gonna eat that. It's like, oxtails are so.
It's
expensive.
gonna be tough. But you see how it's changing the color already?
Yeah.
Going brown? And the ricotta does that. And they have 2 types of ricotta, the red one and the black one, but the black one is not for that, it's for a special soup that's in the book too.
Mhm.
And so do you notice I have a page where I explain what that is, what the ricotta is? I have a whole page in here with the
I didn't read the book like it's a Harry Potter book. I just seen food and I was like, this looks best. This looks great. Eventually, I'm gonna try every recipe in the book. I'm just being real.
Okay, so on this page, I have BELIZEAN proverbs, and so we're talking Creole.
Mm-hmm.
So when cockroach make dance, you know, invite fowl.
When
When the cockroach makes a dance, he doesn't invite the fowl. Don't invite trouble. Don't look for trouble. It's proverbs.
When cockroach make them dance, invite foul.
You funny. So let's see if we can find the one on the ricotta, the page on the ricotta. Man, I did everything in.
Where's your daughter? She's so gorgeous.
She's coming. She works on Sundays for the drag queens.
Oh, where? Down in LA or something?
Close by. We're not gonna say.
Okay.
Close by.
yeah.
Close
We
by.
can't.
That tells you about the ricotta.
Mm,
So there's some helpful hints page at the start of every category. So it tells you. Okay?
Wow. So this book incorporates every single dish.
No, not every single dish. I have another book that I made through Moist Cookbook. Right here. This has 130 recipes. I took 65 of the best and put it in that book. Because I wanted to sell it on Amazon.
Ooh, look at this book.
Mm-hmm. That one only has pictures at the start of the category.
The one that...
No, that's the one up there. The one
Okay, we don't want to do that one.
We don't want to show
So,
that.
wow. So this one is all about beans and rice, right?
No, it's the same, all the BELIZEAN recipes, but it has 130. This one has 65. And if you say, well, why should I buy this one? Because I made it for Amazon, it has pictures. And I think I clarified more the method in the recipes, you know what I mean? Because you learn as you go along to talk a little bit more clearly. So it only has pictures at the start of the categories.
So this book, it really gives me like old school vibe, recipe book. The books that, probably are not as interesting because of pictures or whatever, not to downplay a recipe.
No. It's
eggs sunny side up.
Uh-huh.
I mean, everything from eggs over easy fried eggs and how you cook
because that's what BELIZEAN people eat for breakfast. You know what I mean?
She has breakfast dishes, fish, Johnny cakes, omelet. Oh my gosh.
So I took 65 of the most popular recipes and put it in that book, and I put pictures. So a lot of people already bought this one, and I told them if they want to buy this one, it's for the pictures and for more clarity on the recipes. If not, they're okay with just this. This is for the random people who go through Amazon. You know what I mean?
This is for not only the random people who go through Amazon, but it's also for me too. Because if I randomly want a Belizean dish, why do I keep trying to say Brazilian?
Okay. Yeah,
if I want a Belizean dish, I would go to here, to this book, and find this ingredients, like the oxtail is what I'm trying right now, because I definitely need a solid oxtail recipe. Is there any seafood, like crab legs I got for that?
We have like this crab stew.
Okay.
Crab stew, like a stew.
Like a stew? Oh no, I'm a real over there, I need this.
You boil it and put all kind of seasoning on it, right?
I'd be like,
I would eat that though. I would eat that. You see what Red Lobster's selling right now? It looks so good. I bet you really good with nasty.
Red Lobster?
I bet you it's gonna be small. It's not gonna come out of the shell good.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I don't get Red Lobster like that. Maybe I should.
It's expensive though. If they don't have a sale going on, it's not worth it.
And this is the curry chicken right here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I see the chicken, then it just off of a curry powder. So basically, the curry powder is
the thing.
Do you mix it with? It's just the meat, the onions in here. No potatoes, no whole.
I mean, we cook it with white rice, but you can put potatoes if you want.
Right.
This one is really just plastic.
No, you asked for the curry chicken.
Oh, okay. I'm about to burn up.
Yeah. Okay, we can take this out now or no?
See how it's brown?
Yeah.
So they're not going to show his washboard abs. Get the ladies going.
I'm not going to show my washboard abs.
You know what you said? They're not going to get you out your body.
You're not going to get me out my body. Speaking of that, like...
go ahead. I wanted to ask you something about that though.
Oh, yeah. Whatever the right term is.
Mm-hmm. No, I legit wanted to ask you how... Because I know you were on Clubhouse first, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get here so we could have the conversation. And I didn't used to watch Clubhouse. I was a great fan of Nosy Ho. I haven't watched her in a while, but it's not no falling away or nothing. It's just, you watch other people, right? Mm-hmm. And when she got kicked off of YouTube years ago, she went to Twitch. I followed her at Twitch. I made her Twitch. I was doing stuff at Twitch.
Yeah.
And then she went to Clubhouse. Because remember at first Clubhouse started for just the preachers. Remember?
No.
It wasn't just preachers?
That's just all you knew about Clubhouse at the time.
It was just, okay. So she went to that, but I just didn't get into that. I think I went one time to see what she was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you can't sit quiet in the bushes, right? They know that you're there.
They do.
Yeah, and I didn't like that because I like to watch from the bushes. And so I just never got into Clubhouse, so I didn't know about you. So you came to YouTube, and then I saw you, I said, on Perry's page, not on the on Perry's page.
Yeah.
And it was a fun interaction that you had going. I think there was a beef, and it was already squashed. It was already cleared up.
Yeah.
Was there a beef, and it was already cleared up?
Well, no, what happened with Perry and Sherelle, and I'm saying that it's a revolving thing on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
People are participating in tribalism. And so I myself, I've never participated in tribalism, not even on Clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
So I have this big, massive amount of influence. But I tell people, don't defend me, do you, don't, be free, yada, yada, yada.
Mm-hmm.
And so whenever people are picking and poking at me, those people that love and support me,
Mm-hmm.
they think it's just fun and it's banter because I did tell them to pick a side.
Right.
While that person is now trying to use me for clout and telling them to pick their side, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think more than likely I'm gonna go ahead and start participating in tribalism just to continue my YouTube shit, to
Mm-hmm.
make sure I'm on the right path. And
Because you didn't come on to YouTube saying, I want to get into beefs, right?
no,
What sector did you want to come into?
so I'm gonna be clear and transparent.
Uh-huh.
So I did get on YouTube, and I identified there was an audience, specific YouTube audience,
Mm-hmm.
like, and there's specific creators that cater to that audience.
Okay.
And so, in finding that and doing research, I was the same way me and you like linked up, reached out. Hey, how's it going? Let's collaborate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then so when I'm asking these mostly men to collaborate, it's just causing problems because it's not a collaboration. It's a can I control you? And that's the worst thing anybody can do.
Right.
I mean, from Whack 100 to some of your biggest influencers, they tell you like if you try to control Denai,
Mm-hmm.
he's going to crash out and spaz out on you. Don't do it.
What do you think they want to control? It's just their personality?
Well, that is their personality, and I don't know. A lot of people like resonate with me, and I have
Mhm.
very peculiar point of views.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know if I say something, it's gonna make a certain segment of the audience happy and piss the other one off,
Mm-hmm.
and I know how to stand in that fine line, And so, given that, it draws a lot of attention and traction to my name, whether it's positive or negative.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm staying far. I don't want to get burned.
yeah.
You
And
got
so, with
Uh-huh.
that said, people would want to control somebody like me
it. Mhm.
to eventually use me for clout, whether it's good or bad,
Okay.
to their own benefit. And then so
Mhm.
when I realized that these people were mostly invested in controlling me rather than collaborating with me, is when I started like spazzing. Like
Mhm.
I'm not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like, and I think it probably has a lot to do with my upbringing. It has a lot to do with me having creative freedom and expression,
Mhm.
and that's what it is. Honestly,
Mhm.
I'm not a saint though. But
And I don't know if you guys know, but Donat's an actor,
yeah,
right? And you've been on Grownish
I've been on Grownish. I've been in multiple TV shows, multiple movies,
commercials too, right?
commercials too.
Mhm.
And I actually just filmed the commercial over in Columbus, Ohio.
Mhm. I saw when you were doing that one, that barbecue type thing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I just did that one. So I don't like to dwell on what I did before in the past. I'm like right here, right
That's
now.
the same way. It's because of your creativity. Because my daughter's like that. She doesn't want to talk about that EP she made 5 years ago. She wants to
Right.
talk about the one
Even
she's
though
doing
it
now.
could be the best, what's going on right now? That's,
Yeah, like,
that's your
A
artist.
friend of mine said, "Send me one of her stuff so I can take it to Stevie Wonder."
Yeah.
And she goes, "Don't send me all that old stuff. Wait till my new stuff is done."
Yeah.
Right? So I do understand that.
So let me ask you a question. In the ingredients of both, and clearly from what I'm seeing, as a Black American, if I wanted to brown something and kind of stew it and keep it together,
Mhm.
usually at this point I would put like a little flour in there to kind of thicken out the oil and stuff.
No, not with
Not with
the beef. We'll put some flour or cornstarch in the meat pie meat
Right.
to hold that together because we want to hold it together.
Right, in the meat
But
pie.
not this.
Okay.
Not this. You'll see it'll get thick.
Okay.
It'll get thick.
It'll get thick on its own with the oil and just the onions and stuff.
Yeah.
There's no flour.
And because he's gonna cook it down and it's gonna release that jello that it needs.
It's gonna release the gel.
Right.
Wow.
You don't have to put no kind of thing for gravy and all that.
Yeah. So it would have been a horrible idea for you to cut off a lot of that fat.
Right, if you want to.
He was doing the most.
Yeah.
But some people like it. So
I pay attention. I'm sorry. I just, yeah, it's
Okay.
So there was a lady on my Instagram one time that said, "I'll pay you if you would, do like a live video showing me, like just a
now
private
we can
live."
add this back. See it ready.
Yeah. So now this has to cook for hours.
Yeah.
Are those onions? Are you not worried that those onions are going to burn and kind of spoil the dish?
They're not going to burn because it's going to have a lot of water.
Gotcha.
We're gonna put some water in it right now.
So you're asking good questions, though. Those are really good questions.
I know how to cook. That's why.
Uh-huh.
Ladies, and maybe a lucky gentleman, I know how to cook like a pro.
You know how to cook. So he's going to add water to that, and you saw that was that ricotta stuff, right?
Yeah.
When I did that the first time on my show, people said, "Oh, damn, she put the blood in it." Sometimes I just want to punch people in the face.
Said the blood. Okay, I get you. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, and basically the water's cooking it. Wait till how many times do you see yourself? This is very subjective, honestly. Because that water's gonna evaporate off, get into the meat. The oil is always gonna be there.
You got to keep on adding water to it.
When you hear it frying too much, like if it's going to burn, then you come add
Then
more
you
water.
come add more water.
So I say add water.
So we can cook it
accordingly.
until it gets soft.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Can you put your rice on the dinner table so I can get another
Yeah.
pot?
And so I noticed that you put
Huh?
did
this.
you take some out of this already?
No, I did not.
I noticed that you've taken this
Nobody took
lid
one.
and you haven't put it all the way down. Why wouldn't you put it all
He
the way
doesn't want it
down?
to boil
I don't
over
want it to boil over.
because
Okay.
we don't like cleaning stoves over here.
If it
Some
was
lids
higher-
have like a hole to breathe,
Uh-huh.
but this doesn't have one, so he just cracks it a little bit so it will boil
Okay.
over.
If I
We'll
put
see if
less
we can get
water,
some
yes, I
comments
could.
going.
That is amazing.
The Gracia says no control, please.
Okay, guys.
Carla said, Babs, you look beautiful.
We gonna add
Thank
this
you
in.
guys. Angel
Right
Wings,
now?
is that one of yours? Call me Callie. Is Angel Wings one of yours, do not?
Angel
One of your
wings?
peeps?
I think so. Yeah. Y'all share this on your community wall if you have one.
Yes, please.
Share it in the Discord.
The Gracia says if you put apple in a bag with any fruit, it will ripe faster. And it works with vegetables too. Hey, that's cool to know. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, let me get a pot.
Okay.
Let me
I'm gonna be at you guys way now.
what happened? Hey man, we're gonna be waiting for that for some hours. So that means that y'all I'm not leaving here without eating that. So I don't know how long y'all
It's
plan on
gonna
this
be at
staying.
least 2 hours.
But I plan on staying until at least I get to taste that. So
Well, they can hang with us at least
If
to
we-
start the meat pies.
If we put it
yes, let's start the meat pies.
if we put it in the pressure cooker, it take an hour.
And the pressure cooker has a feature where you can brown it the same way and cook the onion the same way, and then you add the water and close it up, and then you go an hour.
I like to do it this way because I can control it. I could taste it, see if it's okay. And once you put it in the pressure cooker, close it up, that's it. Okay, how about you guys ready?
You out my way.
Yeah.
See, we needed to get Joel away. So, Donat,
Yes.
what do you think about that submersible? Because I have a very
The Russian thing? Or-
no, the submersible thing, the submarine.
Oh, okay. So here's what I'm sorry. I'm actually taking your link and I'm sharing it.
And
I'm
you
gonna
can
send
give your
the link to your video.
okay.
too.
You do that, and I'll give you my opinion. I
So-
thought they were a bunch of idiots.
What? Listen.
I was one of those.
God
people
bless the
telling you.
dead. We're not picking at the dead, okay?
I was one of them watching all the TikTok videos and laughing. I didn't laugh at the boy, the 19-year-old boy, because poor thing, he made a bad decision based on his daddy. But the rest of them, I laughed at them. I'm not gonna
So
lie.
I think what I honestly think about it is they were complete idiots. Like, and let me go ahead and get it out what I think about the boy. So the boy, I feel like he had his own
I
interpersonal
put the ground
issues.
beef, the onion, and the cilantro first, not the pepper yet.
All right, we're preparing the meat pies
And
right now.
in the
Okay.
book, this pepper says habanero, but it's too hot for me, so I went with jalapeno. But you
So
can say
jalapeno, but habanero pepper is very, very hot. That's the type. It's called a ghost pepper as well.
that. No, the ghost pepper is different. That's a hotter one.
Right. So
Mhm.
my family, they use the ghost pepper.
Yeah, they're hot.
It's
I
like
can't. And the scorpion,
so habanero. Which one is a habanero pepper?
habanero. Do you have any habanero pepper?
Because I'm thinking about
We don't have none in this jar to show. It's the orange and the red one. They
Got
call
the
them.
sauce?
They have a cousin to it that's called Scotch bonnet.
I think the habanero pepper is the ghost pepper, is it not?
No, ghost pepper is different. Carla, tell us. Carla grows peppers for a living. She can tell us. Carla, tell us about the peppers. Why is this one hidden? Okay. It's just because it was resting there.
Where you at?
What's y'all thoughts on lab grown?
Yeah.
Ooh, this is a
Oh.
great question.
Huh?
Say, what's your thoughts on lab grown meat being legal to sell in American stores
I
and
think-
restaurants?
Who asked that? I think that person asked that yesterday. I was like, they've been doing that. That's what the peppers look like.
Yeah, these are. Oh no, ghost peppers,
peppers are
are
different.
short and scrunchy.
Yeah,
right?
they're different. They're hotter. Ghost
Yeah,
peppers
they're
are
hotter.
hotter. So they're not back to the submersible. Those billionaires could have paid somebody to make them a good submarine instead of making that stuff made from chewing gum and then duct tape.
That's
You know?
crazy.
And parts from Amazon.
And thinking you're going to go underwater with the pressure
3 miles down, where
3 miles down.
one little crack can kill you.
I just feel like that was a suicide mission. But I'm gonna tell you the truth. This is what I really think about it. I think that was an experiment,
Mhm.
but for the benefit of the military to figure out if that material could sustain itself. Like that's what I believe. Then you got James Cameron. Shout out to James Cameron. Coming out and saying that he should have talked about it and he knew they was going. Well, why didn't you? Like why would you?
They hired
It was
a, they
all
hired
an
a dude.
experience.
They hired a dude to tell them if that thing was safe, and the dude said no, it's not safe. And they said, "F it, we're still going." But they went 3 times before, you know. They went down 3 times before, and it didn't.
In that
have,
same machine.
yeah, and it held up.
So why this time is not? I mean, but see, they went 3 times before in the same machine. It's just like this time it was just.
I don't like conspiracy theory, but I'm saying
Yeah.
Illuminati. I don't know.
I don't know. I just feel like
I'm not going to no damn ocean. The hell?
me
No,
either.
ocean, you scary.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not. So I put salt, black pepper, garlic powder, and a little bit of cayenne. The cayenne is only half a teaspoon. The rest of it is all a teaspoon. Onion and cilantro. And notice I'm burning out, turning on the fire. I put all that before I turn on the fire.
Yeah.
Because the onion will release its juices in the meat to make it cook.
So we're making the meat pies right now. Now, with this question that was asked about the lab-grown meat before we
Mhm.
skip over, what's your thoughts on lab-grown meat?
Well, my thoughts is I'm not going to stop eating meat, and they've been doing it forever. They're just telling us now.
So, do you feel like this could be some lab-grown?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, I'm laughing at you.
Hell yeah.
This is listen. She got the beef that's like in the sleeve.
You
And,
think
you know-
the other one's any better? You got to buy that meat and grind it on that meat mill to get your roll ground beef. We have one in the shed outside to the grinding thing.
Uh-huh.
So this, I don't know what this thing is called, but invest in one of these because it's so good to break up meat.
Right.
And
Looks
if
like
not, use a potato masher.
Uh-huh.
But see, this will cut through and just start breaking it up because you want the meat not to be in clumps.
Right.
Mhm. This is the meat that I always eat, but we very seldom eat beef meat, maybe once or twice a month.
Mhm.
We eat mostly chicken, not that that's any healthier. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you say that you prepare some of the dough that we're gonna use to make the meat pies, right?
Yeah, I prepared
And then
but
we're gonna make some too.
yeah, I'll show you how to make some
Listen,
right now.
I am super excited to learn how to make the dough for these meat pies
Mhm.
because I feel like me learning how to make the bread for the meat pies is me learning how to make the basis for
Everything.
like any type of pie. And I don't know how Belizeans, like I told y'all, when I was over in Puerto Rico, I was super excited. I wanted to eat all the food, but I found myself eating the meat pies. And so now I'm learning how to cook the meat pies. And so I might actually
Mhm.
turn it to a meat pie. I need so many. So yeah.
Yeah, because the meat pie and the meat patty is the same thing, the same dough, the same meat, but you cook the meat more dry because you don't want it to ooze out of the patty. The meat pie is going to be in a cupcake thing like this, and it's going to have a lid, so you want more of the
Oh,
juices.
so this is the meat pie that we're
Mhm.
making. Oh my
Mhm.
goodness. Lord.
And remember,
Right.
Jamaicans put curry in their dough, but we don't put curry in our dough. But it's just a matter of adding a little bit of curry. to
Right,
one
because I know,
Jamaican.
like, how is this compared to the Jamaican patty?
I've never tasted Jamaican food. I'll
You
be
never
honest with
tasted
you.
it?
Never
It
tasted
seems like
Jamaican
I need to
food.
cook for her. at
Yes,
least
you
once.
do.
Yeah.
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna wash my hands.
I've seen it
so
and
that I-
stuff. Yeah, I keep washing my hands because I don't know if I'm touching my hair or my face. Because
Yeah.
I'm so like talking to you and what do you call it?
So are we gonna do the dough right now?
Yeah, we're gonna do the dough.
So let me wash my hands.
Go ahead, wash your hands. Let me go to the flour.
And while we do that,
Oh, go ahead. Oh yeah. So I know that you're always talking current events in real life and YouTube, right?
yes.
So I wanted to ask you your thoughts on what Tasha can just put on with Cardi B.
Huh? Oh, you wanted to ask me my thoughts about?
What Tasha? Some video I didn't watch the video yet. I watched piece of it. I'll be honest. I watched piece of it. So 2 cups of flour,
2 cups
and
of
I
flour.
scoop the flour and just scrape off the top. Okay. The 2 cups because I'm doing half the recipe from the book. The book says 4 cups.
4 cups.
So we're just gonna do half of everything.
This is on page.
The meat pies.
1 second. What's this? Meat pies is on page 14 and 15 of this cookbook. 65 easy Caribbean dishes. The BELIZEAN cookbook you need by the Bear Pantry Show.
My
So go
sister
and copy.
just went to Belize, and she had that book on the plane with her in first class. And a lot of people were interested, so she gave them my card and said, "Go to Amazon, buy my sister book." So she was guerrilla marketing.
Guerrilla marketing.
She was guerrilla marketing the book for me.
Oh,
Where's
you have
my
a
little
trash can?
measure thing? He put it back here. Normally we put it. Normally we put it like right next to the thing, but he figured it'd be in the way. By the way, when we started, we had an old kitchen. It wasn't broken, but it was, needed updating.
Mhm.
And just last year, Joe built this whole kitchen for me.
Nice.
Just looked at YouTube videos.
And built this
Yeah,
entire kitchen.
the upper cabinets were the original upper cabinets.
Yeah.
We stripped it bare. We took out all the contact paper and painted, and then he built the doors for all the upper
Wow.
cabinets. And this was here, and he built this door.
Wow.
So he didn't change all the
This is
shelves in there,
beautiful.
just painted. Then he built all this. He built all these cabinets. Then we had somebody come put in the counters, and then he built all these. And so I chose how the drawers were gonna be. So this is super deep and super strong. So you could put heavy things in there, and you could stand things up in there, right? So I made that super deep, and then these are more shallow
Right.
as they come up. And then over here, I did where he made this shelf taller, and I could stock those baking pans under there.
That's nice.
And then he built this thing in here
Nice, and that's
to
deep too.
separate. Yeah, and they're all deep. And then over
That's
here,
what you call a man, someone who can actually build an entire kitchen for his wife.
over here, the 2 sides, the left and the right side, has a door that opens so you can get in from the back. So you don't have to struggle to get your crap out of the cabinet. Because he couldn't put that turny thing that most kitchens have.
Yeah.
Because I would lose a lot of my drawer space. So see how this is cooking? You don't want it to.
Oh, it's
start
cooking pretty
merging.
fast. So is it on like medium? It's on high.
It's between high and medium.
Between high and medium.
Yeah.
So that's how fast you cook it, or do you turn it down
You
later?
can turn it down to medium if you want at
Okay.
any time. But I'm just doing this to break it up.
Mhm.
We want it broken. In Belize, when they do the meat pies, I don't see any meat in it. They bite into it and there's a gelatinous thing that pours out of it. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't like it. Belizeans are gonna drag me for that. I think I can. Belizeans
So,
are gonna drag me for that, but I don't like it.
so they basically what you're saying is the super poor Belizeans buy some gelatin filling to
No,
compensate
I
for
don't
the
think they
meat.
buy no gelatin filling. They do something with that meat. I don't know what they do to the meat though. I don't want to say because I don't know.
It's probably that they can't really afford that much meat, so they put something in there to stretch it.
When they're selling it from everything, when they're selling the food, they do like to put stuff to stretch the food so they can make more money, right?
Yeah.
But people like that meat pie. I don't want to call the name of the place that sells it. They like. My sister loves it, and I said I don't want to eat no meat pie with no straw.
Oh my gosh. So
I
basically,
get right for that.
they make a pot pie.
It's not even a pot pie. It's just all some gel that pours out of it. I don't see no meat.
That's cheap and disgusting. Maybe it's cornstarch
I don't
or
think they
something.
blend the meat because I tried blending the meat before to see what the hell they were doing, and it didn't come out good when I blended.
Maybe
it.
it's cornstarch based with some.
I don't know. I think it's all just the gravy.
I think they blended and cooked it like in a soup and add flour to it.
Mhm.
Then you gonna get me in trouble.
Oh, no, I'm asking. I don't know. Listen,
I don't know.
everybody black don't cook the same. Black Americans don't cook the same. Belizeans, Jamaicans. I mean, you know, everybody had their own thing. But if I was in the slums and I was, you know, needing to stretch the food,
Well,
then
I think that's a whole big company, a big restaurant, but restaurants stretch their food all the time. You know what I mean?
If you look at it,
I'm gonna get some of your water.
you got that jelly in there, and you got to add that flour to give it that.
Well, we do add some kind of flour, cornstarch to get that gel, but mine don't have no gel poured out of
My
it
thing
like that.
is, when you finish
See, some
cooking,
pieces are still big.
yeah.
they blend this like in a blender or something like that.
Okay. Do not. I asked you about Tasha K. What did you tell me?
Okay, so Tasha K is a YouTuber with over 1 million subscribers. So a lot of people and a lot of micro influencers or someone like me might look to her and say, this is how you're supposed to do it. This is how your setting is supposed to look and all this other stuff. And I'm supposed to be her
the
friend.
way her setup is.
Right, her setup. So extremely influential over on the side of YouTube that I'm on. And me, I'm just like, I'm not on your side of YouTube. I'm coming here to give me some subscribers, some fans, and deal. You know. But anyways,
have you ever talked to her? Did she ever reach out to you, Tasha K?
Well, no, I talked to her, her right hand assistant.
Is that Chelsea?
Chelsea, yes.
Okay.
I talked to Chelsea, and Chelsea confirmed that they basically know who I am and they love my production and my show on YouTube.
Same here. They wanted me. Chelsea said Tasha K was talking about inviting me on her app.
Why not?
When she first started, nothing came of it. That was just talking because I had a connection with Chelsea. You know, I make the wrongs.
Yeah, why not? I mean, why not?
We'll see.
It'll be refreshing for her. I mean, it's a whole nother audience that Tasha K can tap into and cater to if she invites a Caribbean cooker on her show, and it's not all about drama, you know. So with that said, Tasha K's platform.
Hi,
is 100%
Fifi.
drama.
Fifi came in. Do not.
Hey, what's up, Fifi?
Hi, Edmund. Edmund says commercially beef follow. What's tallow? Or chicken gelatin is used as filler.
I told you. That's them broke people. That's a broke person.
See, Edmund's my smart dude.
Yeah. But anyways, so basically Tasha K, the influence she has, even all the way up to last night, she was saying that somebody had HIV/AIDS and stuff. And you know, they try to say some stuff like that about me and everything. And so what is this? I'm sorry.
This is butter.
That's butter, and that's
shortening.
Okay.
And you can use lard too, but I don't use lard for anything.
So why use butter and shortening, or just one? Because
normally when I first learned how to make this dough from a friend's mother, she just used the shortening. But then my mom's sister-in-law told her if you split the amount in half and put butter, it'll give it a more golden color.
Nice.
Because the shortening alone, so it doesn't mess with it scientifically. And I'm doing half the recipe. The book say 3/4 of the shortening, 3/4 of the butter. I'm doing 6 tablespoons because that's half of 3/4. And for this pie, I don't know why, but the butter does not need to be cold from the fridge.
Gotcha. Okay.
It'll work fine like this. And I'm not going to put any salt in this because the butter is salty. But if you're using an unsalted butter, put like a teaspoon of salt.
Gotcha.
All right.
Okay.
So I watch salt a lot because I have a thing called Meniere's disease that affects my balance system. It's an inner ear issue. And so my sodium has to be very, very low for the day, but it's not the normal amount of low. So anybody else looking, please
low.
Check with your doctor because you can put your sodium, just like your sodium can be too high, you can put it too low. And too low is worse than having it too high, right?
Really?
So they have me on 1,000 milligrams a day, and normal people getting like 3,000 milligrams of salt a day. So you want to come down with that a little bit under the 2,000 mark to stay healthy and not get high blood pressure and stuff like that, right? So that's why I watch what sodium I put. So go ahead with Tasha K. We interrupted.
Okay, so with her influence, she decided to speak about Cardi B for clicks and views, and in doing so, she said probably 1 million and 3 million things that probably may have offended Cardi B. But because Cardi B is a celebrity, you can't respond a certain way. I'm a fucking human being, right? I'm so sorry. I'm a human being. So when people come at me, I'm just gonna be like, what's up? What you want to fight in real life? What's up? Let's get it. What's good? So I'm reluctant to responding. But then when you are a celebrity like Cardi B, you cannot respond to everything because you got managers, you got publicity, you got all of these people selling their soul to where they don't have freedom of expression anymore, because if you say this is going to offend this segment of the population, we need you as commercial as possible, right? So Tasha K has said a lot of offensive things to Cardi B. Mm-hmm. So you can say whatever you want to say, but there's a threshold, and it becomes
prove it, right?
It becomes defamation. Like if I say, if I tell a whole joke and create a whole hate train saying that it looks like your breath stink or your breath stinks, like that's something hard to prove that your breath don't stink. It could have stunk. Like if I met you at a bar or a club and I come back and say your breath stink or you was dirty, even though that might make me feel a certain type of way, you really can't do anything about it because it's freedom of speech, even if it's a lie. But when it comes down to certain lies that stick with you for the rest of your life, or that could change the landscape of how people see you, how intimate you are, and underneath your clothes, you understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So Tasha K got sued for defamation for saying that Cardi B was she had a disease, had all of this stuff, and that's defamation on his face, because she don't know that. You would actually have to know. And a lot of people don't realize Tasha K was like, oh, Cardi B medical records and all of that in the court. Oh, you're going to have to take a medical test or whatever. Say, for instance, someone says something about you that's damaging, or let's keep it here. Like, say, for instance, Tasha K says that Cardi B has herpes today. And as of her test results, as of today, say she go get tested, she does not have it, then that's defamation. Say, for instance, a year or two go by during the litigation, and then she does get it. She does contact it. Then that's still considered defamation, because it's when you said the statements, was it true or not? Because now what she can say is, you put so much stress and distress on me to the point to where it manifested itself into my life, and I'm entitled to more damages. So I need people to understand that when you, or when Tasha K is playing with Armand Wiggins, or anybody is saying somebody got HIV/AIDS or anything like that, well, you said it today, that person go and get a test result the next day, and it's not there, it's not true. You can't then say to them in the court, hey, this person has to now get tested in order to prove it. If I said it on July 1st, 2023, the only test that they need is a test dated July 2nd, 2023, in order to prove that you defamed them. So you can't defame people and get away with it. You can't.
So that's why she lost. And
that's why she lost. And a lot of people are under the impression that Tasha K has violated the permanent injunction, which was issued, I think, on April 2nd, 2022. In the court case, I actually pulled the document up. I have it on my computer right now. And it basically spells out the specific things that Tasha K cannot say, which is considered defamation, what she got sued for and lost. So that doesn't mean Tasha K can't post her. That doesn't mean Tasha K can't mention her. It means that Tasha K cannot continue to perpetuate those same lies that she's said against Cardi B. And then I think it gets very murky if she's not saying she has herpes, but if she go online and say, oh, Cardi B, you better be careful before you kiss some. If she's like literally referencing the defamation or the defaming statements that she said. So that's kind of murky, but that's what it is. She did not violate any court order. She's playing into the whole game. I think that if I owe a motherfucker $4 million and you're going at me on Twitter Spaces and creating a conversation around it, I myself am going to participate in that game, getting the clicks and views, so that I can make sure I get the money and get the clout, get the subscribers and stuff to pay you off.
I told somebody recently that this is just my opinion, my vibe that I feel, that I wonder if them two, but Cardi B really seems to hate her now, if them two will get together, Tasha K and Cardi B, and do some type of collab that's going to make them both money. Because that's the only way Cardi B gonna get that money.
Well, the thing is, she already tried to do that when she sued her, and it was going to mediation. Cardi B was telling Tasha K, "Look, we both got kids. Let's settle this." And I feel like, and I already spoke about this. I felt like that was Tasha K's golden opportunity. You got her attention. You got her by the balls. You got her to be like, "Okay, you want to settle this? Well, check this out. How about we come on my show and we talk about it?" And we discuss it. We do it behind a fucking paywall. That TashaKLive.com is making more money, more subscribers, really tapping into Cardi B's. Like when you hate and when you say something bad about somebody, you're tapping into a hate train about them. You're not really tapping into that support system. So now you not only got the hate train, but Cardi B has however millions and millions of other people that support her.
Mhm.
You might got 500,000 people that want to troll Cardi B and hop on the hate train.
So do you think she missed the opportunity?
She missed the opportunity. The opportunity when Cardi B and her went to mediation, Tasha K, instead of her being smart, saying, okay, let's build a platform. And because I spent so much money already in attorney fees, if I collaborate with you, that will basically make up for the attorney fees. Tasha K made a whole video saying, F that, we gonna fight this until the end. I'm gonna wipe my butt with it. It was giving very nigger moment. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Very much self-sabotaging. And we all have self-sabotaging ways. We do.
Yeah.
But I feel like as a content creator, she should have been very much well educated and more versed on the law. And her attorney should have told her, listen, you're going to lose if you go to court. So the best way to do this.
Do you think that attorney was the right attorney? I don't think she was like a what do you call it, kind of suit that they did? Yeah,
a defamation. So the attorney that Cardi B had,
no, not Cardi B, Tasha K.
Tasha K. The attorney Tasha K had, her name is Olga, and you go to her website, she's a criminal defense attorney.
So do you think that matters?
So what I'm gonna tell you why it matters
while
now.
While you're talking, put your hand and work the butter into the thingy. I want you to do it so you can feel. Hi, Nikki. Cardi will still win in the future. Girl, I don't know if she gonna get that money. You see, OJ didn't give them people that money. Hi, Myrna.
So my hands are completely washed.
I like if he keeps washing his hands.
So no, what happened is with the situation, she missed the opportunity and lost in court.
Mm-hmm.
And now Tasha K, her attorney was a criminal defense attorney.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole plan and the whole time while I was spinning the pill,
just work the butter and the shortening into the flour. Mm-hmm. Just like that. Uh-huh. So do you think she had the right attorney or the wrong attorney?
She had the wrong attorney.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen.
Do you think she had an LLC? Tasha K.
Tasha K, yes, she had an LLC in the same exact day that Cardi B asked the court to. Mm-hmm. This flour is very soft. Is this a special flour?
It's just from Costco. Sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get bad ones.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm just not used to baking. That's why I don't play with flour like that. So
this is just a half a cup of water and I put ice cubes in it, but I measure the water first before I add the ice cubes.
Mm-hmm.
And you always want to pour your water a little bit at a time because flour will expand and contract depending on the time of the year. Mm-hmm. And you might need less water at certain times of the year. You might need more.
Yeah.
So you feel it, right?
Yeah.
Some parts are wet, some parts are dry.
Like it's flaky almost.
That's how it's supposed to be because it's pie dough.
So this flour is specifically for pie dough?
This was all-purpose flour.
Really?
And I got this one from Costco.
I've never known how to make pie dough. I'm so sorry.
You're doing good. You're doing good. So you're talking about the LLC. So she had an LLC.
Yes.
Right? Uh-huh.
Tasha K, basically, she canceled out her assets to avoid the paying for the judgment. So with Tasha K having a criminal defense attorney, Olga, mm-hmm. that attorney should have let her know from the start. This is a possible resolution of the case. Mm-hmm. If you owe this, then your assets are going to be taken. And I feel like she already premeditated.
But if she had an LLC, don't they take the LLC and not like her house and her car and stuff like that?
No, she got sued in her person and her LLC.
Oh, okay.
So I think what happened.
Move it. Let me see how dry that part is. Uh-huh. See, let me get some there. But you see how slowly I'm adding the water, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so I think it was premeditated for her to hide her assets from the start in case she lost. And her criminal defense attorney, she's more useful now than she was during the case because now Tasha K is about to go to prison. Mm-hmm. Like people don't even realize it, but mm-hmm. like there's other people like Teresa. What's her name? Teresa.
Judici?
Yeah, they went to. Oh, you want to pour some there?
I want to feel it. Oh. Let me feel it. I feel like if I put more, we might mess it up. Try to work that dry in. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. So
it's like she's about to go to prison because what she did is, and when you hide your assets, you're in violation of the Uniform Voidable Transaction Act, mm-hmm. in which both the state of Florida and the state of Georgia actually have that into law. It's enacted. Mm-hmm. And so when you do that, then it would mm-hmm. take the creditor to go back and file suit. Sorry, give me 1 second. Mm-hmm. It would take the creditor, meaning Cardi B, would have to go back and file a new lawsuit or violation of the Uniform Votable Transaction Act.
And that's
But-
for hiding assets?
That's for hiding
You
assets.
can wash your hands off.
But when
I'll do
you start, sorry,
Uh-huh.
when you start necessarily relying on breaking the law to
Mhm.
go to bankruptcy court, that is when it becomes criminal.
Okay.
That's when it becomes criminal because 1 second, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes criminal because you're actually literally committing bankruptcy fraud of bankrupt, and that's up to 5 years in prison.
Mhm.
In addition to that, Cardi B has spoke on it, and she said that Tasha K was going to prison for embezzlement, which is a form of fraud. But I think she misspoke. If Tasha K transferred her assets into one of her employees' name, that person is actually liable for embezzlement and will go to prison for embezzlement unless they can prove good faith into that transfer, in which they can't, because we all know it was to avoid paying off a judgment.
See, that's why I like your show, because you talk law things, and that very much interests me.
So anybody, whether it's her husband, whether it's her employer, if anybody close to her, I don't think the minor children, her kids, because like she don't even need to let her kids know that
we're gonna need. So just feel it though.
Ooh.
I want you to feel it how. So when you're making it at home, you see there's no dry spots.
No dry spot. It's so I can just totally tell that if I use this for like a pie, it will be so flaky and crispy.
And this amount will give you enough for like the bottom and the top of a big pie.
Wow.
Okay.
No,
So
I know how to make it.
So I'll show you a move. Let me show you a move for pie dough.
So let me ask
it's
you
not
this
so
question.
much for bread dough, but for pie dough, you press it out, bring it back in, press it out, bring it back in, press it out, and that's called Fraser.
Fraser.
That's a move.
Very nice.
Go ahead.
So you press it out, bring it back in.
Yeah. Look how quick you got that.
Yeah. And I see people like, let me try to go fast because I see people doing like this.
Damn, you want to go fast already? You're doing good though.
I like to go fast, if you know what I mean.
Don't get Joe started because he's talk his crap too.
They're not. You're so smart. Oh, thank you.
He's very versed in the law. That's what attracted me to him right away.
She said her husband is an employee from what I thought.
She said she gave the house to her husband, and I believe he was an employee.
He going to prison. He ain't going to prison because he going back to Africa. He gonna run away from that, and they is not gonna spend no reason.
American citizen?
Huh?
He's not an American citizen yet.
Even if he is, he over in Africa. What they gonna do? Go to Africa to get him?
He's in Africa now.
So while Tasha K going to prison, they're not gonna be able to touch that money in Africa. They're not. So while she's in prison.
So now all you have to do is like just make that into like a round disc like that. Cora.
Oh wow. Okay.
So we're gonna like flatten it like this. We don't need no rolling pin, just your hand, just flatten it out.
Like that?
Yeah. And what you have to do is put it on the fridge, not the freezer, but the fridge.
Put it in the fridge.
At least 15 minutes.
So
you can go more, so you can make it the day before.
Let me ask you a question. So you use this shortener and butter. What if I just wanted to use butter?
It'll come out good.
So either or?
Either or, it'll come out good.
Okay.
And the shortening, if you're gonna buy shortening, buy Crisco because it does matter the brand, the other brands.
Crisco. So with that being put in the fridge, there's no yeast in it. So what are we waiting for exactly?
We just want it to get chilled so that we can roll out the dough and not have any trouble.
Gotcha. So it chills it.
Yeah, chills it. At least 15 minutes. It's the spice on it.
She said it's the spice. I'm like, we black folks,
Something out of my throat.
Shit, according to me as a black American, she barely put any seasoning in it.
Something out of my throat.
Ma'am, don't let him ruin your channel.
Oh my God. Go away.
Cleveland, why come over here with drama while that's sad?
Who's the troll?
So if Tasha goes to prison, does that mean she have transferred the assets? Then yes, they are chilling. Let them live. Right. Like somebody said, don't let him come up. LaShawn, you are a misandrist. That means you just hate men. You just hate the presence of men, especially if it's in the presence of diversity. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Go away. Do you know LaShawn?
Yeah, I don't know. Her probably came from your page.
She one of them trolls, one of them ones that stalked me. Like, go away. And you know what? I wanted to speak on something since I got trolls and people over here stopping.
Uh-huh.
You know, the robot.
Yeah.
So there's people that absolutely don't matter that will say and do anything to try to force you to engage with them, whether it's good or bad, to build their own platform, and that's fine. I get it. But now leave me alone. Like I'm moving on to different things. I'm literally different sectors. I'm literally talking about different things, entering different programs and stuff that you can never enter. And I cannot maintain an integrity if it's not about what people say to you, it's about how you respond. I can't be cussing over my channel and stuff like that. Y'all don't even know the people, the business people behind the scene that's helping me. And as far as anybody that's doxing, cyber stalking, you're going to lose your channel because the people that matter and that are connected to YouTube is going to see what you're doing. You're going to lose all 6 or 10 of your channels. That's it. So you did that for nothing.
I don't understand doxing. You know, I understand YouTube beefs because sometimes people create beef just to get the views, right?
Right. I mean,
but I don't understand doxing because that is so dangerous.
Can I use that?
Yeah, sure.
So this whole element of doxing, like, first of all, I don't think you could be.
You didn't have any water.
You cannot be a personality on YouTube popping and talking your crap about somebody else with secrets. So no matter what it is, at some point in time, your secrets are going to be exposed, and people are going to use your secrets as a way to humiliate you. But the thing is, that's okay, that's fine. But then when you got people that are like constantly effing with you every day, it's like, can't y'all see that this person is effing with somebody? Leave this person alone. Like, you know, but yeah,
this one what it is. Cold from the fridge. I just took it out when Joe started cooking the beef.
Nice.
So
it'll make you can just totally tell that is.
I got this from an old lady. So I took off like a golf ball size, right? And then just get it in the flour so it won't stick on the counter when you roll it out. Now there's 2 ways you can do this. I don't like the other way where you roll the whole thing out and then put it across and then try to cut out the pieces.
Right.
I prefer to do them individually. I think I go faster. So I'll show you this one. Yeah, that doxing thing and sending the police to people's door, that's very dangerous because police sometimes when they come to black people's door, they come shooting. And they'll shoot your dog first, and they'll shoot you, then they'll ask questions later, and I don't like that.
Wow. So are you not worried that this is a little bit too thin?
No, it's going to be fine. So I just kind of cut that off. Remember, it's going to have a lid, right?
Right.
And you just go and like form it. You can start from any end. I just like to start from the middle. It's just an OCD thing.
Is this enough right here?
Make it a little bit bigger.
A little bit bigger?
That.
You just wanted to say, you know what? You said make it a little bit bigger. You just wanted to have something to say. You heard what I said?
I heard you. Omalachkachi. Damn, I don't know these people. They probably find your page. Oh, that's the troll.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
The Tamagotchi.
It's like, get out of here.
I get my own type of troll.
Okay, how do I? Okay, so am I doing it right?
You're doing good. Doing good. Press it the next way.
Shit, look what I'm doing. I'm messing up.
No.
I gotta redo it.
You're not messing up. You're not messing up.
I did mess it up. Okay.
Joe, the thing's still clicking. See, it doesn't hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Let's start again. When
you mess me up.
When you go one direction and it's getting too stretchy, just go the next direction. So start again. Ball, go one direction, right? Up and down. If it's doing that, stop it, do that.
Okay, there it is, right? There.
All right, then go the next way. So turn the rolling pin and go that way.
Okay.
Okay, so that feels thin enough.
Okay. Did I do it right?
Yeah. Okay. Pick it up.
I feel like the R word.
No, you're doing good. You're doing good.
And then you just cut it out.
I can tell that you know how to cook because you catch on pretty quick. I just use this little paring knife and just cut it out, and that's another one.
Okay. All right, let me do one more at least because I know you way faster. This is enough.
Yeah.
You sure? Okay.
Wait. Let me feel it. A little bit bigger than that. There you go.
Okay. I just feel like you're saying a little bit bigger than that because you just want to have the last word. Just like
it has
a woman.
to be. It has to
Just
be
like a woman.
No, it has to be like a golf ball. You know this Joe Ran, right? Joe don't do these part. Joe don't mess around. He will make stuff with flour, but he don't like to do this. It's like, can you make me some meat pies? I hope my son's not watching because he will run over here for some meat.
Oh, the meat pies are off the chain, huh?
Yeah, all of them like it, and his wife is Mexican American, and she likes the meat pie.
Okay, is that?
Drop it into the.
I think everybody like meat pies.
Yeah, you know, England they have their own type of meat pies.
I know. When I was in
This dough is from.
but I didn't like them
English
like
pie.
that.
Yeah, they're bland.
They are. They're very bland. Just
Look
like
at how
them.
this meat is looking too. Do not.
1 second, let me cut this out.
I don't know what the heck was itching my throat just now.
It's the peppers from the meat.
Yeah,
Huh?
it's just it's an atmosphere, you know.
Yeah. I am definitely gonna be making me some of these.
Mm-hmm. If you have like muffin tins rather than the cupcake tins, you just make bigger ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So see how this meat looks?
Yeah.
See all this right here?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna need that for the top of the pie, right? But it's too thin, so we're gonna add like a
Flour.
cornstarch
Cornstarch.
slurry. But if it were the meat patties, we would still add that, but you want to cook it down to where there's very little water in the meat patties.
So let me ask you this question. You see how you have the juice and you're talking about adding cornstarch.
Mhm.
Do you feel like maybe those restaurants and people that have they add just too much?
I think they make a whole thing out of it and they just put that and they don't put the meat because they will probably use the meat to, I don't know, let me shut the hell up.
See,
I don't know what they do, so I don't want to talk on a turn and get sued for defamation, right?
but you're saying they and them. There's nobody in particular we're talking
That's
about.
true. That's true. I don't know what the hell they do. I wish somebody would tell me what they do. And I know someone who used to work for one of these places, and she don't want to tell us. It's like they signed a non-disclosure or some crap.
Look. Hold on. We're gonna highlight this. We're gonna highlight this because I think everybody needs to see.
Oh my God! Did she do her research? Of course.
Of course, she's been in my she's been in my channel. She's heard some of the similar things that you heard talking about that I'm this.
I'm not just on your page, though.
Yeah.
I watch the beef from every angle, and I can make up my own mind as to who I want to like.
Exactly. And by the way, good. By the way, good money. We definitely love money. And
Yeah,
we love intelligent people too. People that are intelligent enough to do their own research instead of listening
Wait
to
a minute.
somebody.
Donat has a birthday coming up July 2nd.
Yes.
So if you want to donate to Donat's Cash App, it's Donat 007. Did I get it right?
Yeah, that's nice. It's Donat 007, $ Donat DONAT 007. Appreciate you. I didn't expect that, but I thank you.
Yeah, you have a birthday coming. We have to treat you right. The heck? I'm going through them so we could go faster.
Somebody working with the oh, that's negative.
Tell them my daughter, if she were here, she'd say I vacation with the devil.
They say, "Damn, these trolls escaped from under the bridge." That's what I'm saying. Like, if I'm not that, why do you have trolls following me all across YouTube? She can't buy robots and all. What is going on?
Okay, she said, "How come you can't see what we're doing?" She said, "My cousin said she can't see what we're doing because of the banner." Are we seeing it right here?
Oh,
right?
it's the name banner.
You want to get rid of it?
Like over here? No, we can.
It's fine, right?
Yeah, it's fine. They just can't see a portion of it. It's all good.
They see what we're doing, just the pie though.
Yes. Oh, let me move that real quick. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
So let me try to do one of these. Yeah, again.
Okay, I'll get you.
Look how you just rolled it like you just so used to it. Come on.
Well, you know I'm used to it.
I was taught that only women, I was taught that only old black women use it.
I'm an old black woman.
You know what I mean.
I know what you mean. A lot of people don't believe I'm black, so I had to pull out my ancestry DNA.
Well, you know, you're not Black American. That's
Carla. See, my friend Carla, she's Trini and Guyanese mixed. We talk this crap all the time.
She's not Black American. I'm half Black American. I'm Jamaican. Like, you know, I know my people. Like, when I see Jamaicans, I know Jamaicans. When I see Black Americans,
don't you see something in the cheekbones?
It's the cheek. They say, child, you know, they say I got my cheeks done and stuff. They say I got my cheeks done and all.
Oh God.
Oh my gosh, the shit people come up with.
So I mixed with European black and native, but I don't think it's the rich part of the native.
So you're a $5 Indian. $5 Indian, I got you. $5.
I don't think it's the rich ones. It says 5% north, 5% central, and 5% south. I don't know nobody that came from the north or the south for us, okay? I always struggle with putting the dough in the tin. Now I know what I was doing wrong. Oh, Cousin Jay, you saw? Because sometimes they spread the whole thing and then they take another one and press it in. But then you got a lot of crop to cut out from the middle. I don't like doing that. I like doing this better.
It's more love when you do it like this. Like,
thank you.
You know, because like some of y'all be having roaches at the bottom of y'all cabinets, right? And so if this was sitting at the bottom and you press this, you done put a roach in your meat
I can't
pie.
stand you.
What?
Not the roaches.
The roach in the meat pie. And then, you know, some of y'all be like, oh, that's just extra protein. Did you see the lady that was baking something and she had a canister of powdered sugar and there's a big ass roach in it? Okay, cool.
A roach was in the sugar?
In the powdered sugar.
Ooh, and the powdered sugar white so you could see it.
And she just went on by her business, act like she didn't see that big.
Why did I need it differently? You meant when we did the Fraser? Because it's pie dough. Cousin Jay, when it's pie dough, you have to do that Fraser thingy. You getting it? I like that you're rolling it because you feel the thinness of how it should go.
Yes, you do. And the first time when I rolled it, I didn't have a sense for the thinness. But see, this is a little bit thick. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I like my crust like thick. Like even when I eat pot pies and stuff like that, I like the crust around it to be a little bit thicker.
It'll be fine. It'll coat. Don't worry, it'll coat.
Sorry.
This
lady gonna have me making pies and cookies and cakes and all. You know.
Next time we're gonna go to your place.
Yeah, for sure. Yes, you can. Just let me know when.
So remember when you were talking?
And I don't live in the ghetto. I don't even know why I entertain a mix and mingle with ghetto motherfuckers on YouTube. I don't.
Remember when you were talking about bankruptcy earlier and bankruptcy fraud? So we did bankruptcy like back in 2000 and something, right? And when we were in the courtroom, they have everybody the same day. So it's not just you. It's not just like if you're doing bankruptcy, it's not just everybody has a date that day, right? However many can fit in there. And this little white lady went up because it's not a judge, it's a
magistrate.
Arbitrator?
Arbitrator,
that sounds correct. An arbitrator.
Which is a judge.
Oh, that is a judge? Okay. So they called her up, right? Man.
Well, no. Most arbitrators, especially in the federal court, used to be they're retired judges.
Okay.
So don't get it twisted.
Well, they were up there and they asked, no, if I weren't there for my own bankruptcy, I would love to be in there all day just listening to shit. But I was like staying focused on what I needed to say, right? And so the lady went up there and they asked the lady if she owns property in, I want to say like Vegas, some dry ass area, right? And then she said no. And then they asked her about other properties that she owned and she claimed up to them and everything. And then they asked her about some other property and she goes, no, but the property that we have, I want to say like Massachusetts, it has a beautiful view of the water. And they're like, what property in Massachusetts? That's not here. You need to go back to your lawyer and fix that and come back, or else you're going to jail.
Going to jail. You going to jail, girl. Like Tasha, that's what I'm saying about Tasha K. Girl, they're gonna sit there, they're gonna question you. Did you transfer money into this? Cardi B done already said we know exactly where you hide your money in Africa. The same way on the YMLE trial, right? On the YMLE trial, they brought this lady to testify, and they was asking her about money. Did she receive money? They had her bank records. So they already got Tasha K's bank records in Africa and know where the money is. They know where the properties, they know all of this stuff. So when she go to the arbitrator in bankruptcy court and say, hey, this is 100% true, they gonna ask her, did you transfer any property to any of your kids or anybody within the third degree relationship, which could be your cousins, your sister, your brother, employees? And when she say no, and they find out, she's going to jail for perjury and bankruptcy fraud. When she say yeah, She'll be lucky if they tell her to go back out and redo the paperwork in a minute and come back. She will be lucky. And even if they do that, they're going to go ahead and file a fucking complaint with the feds, the Department of Justice, against her ass.
And they ask you the questions weird. They say, did you give away, throw away, or sell?
Or sell.
Anything. 3 things they ask you. If you say no to that, you better not have given away, thrown away. Because Sears will show up. When Sears used to be in business, they will show up for a 10-year freaking washer and dryer. And they will show up and they'll say, oh, I don't have it no more. But well, I asked you if you threw it away, give it away, or sold it.
Right.
You said no. So where's the washer and dryer? That's how people get tripped up.
The money.
That's how people get tripped up.
Yeah, Tasha K, I think she gave her house away for free.
Dang.
Why did you do that? Or she gave it. It seemed like she gave it away to someone within a 3rd-degree relationship for free. Oh, that's so stupid.
And you know what? Honestly, I liked Tasha K until she started to mess with Larry Reid the other day because I don't like those kind of allegations if you can't prove them. You know what I mean?
So
I don't like them if you can't prove them. You know what I mean? If
you can prove the other day or the other day.
Like,
Recently, what she said about Larry Reid?
I want to say maybe it was 3 months ago when she was interviewing that one guy.
Oh no, that's when everybody on that sector started noticing me. So that had to be like 5 months ago, right?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. This is what I believe. So I'm gonna tell you, I didn't necessarily believe any of those allegations. They were just allegations and one person saying whatever. But what I believed was that Larry Reid is on the spectrum of being bisexual and fluid with his sexuality. It is not unreasonable to say that he may have participated in those things. It is definitely not unreasonable to say that Levante Andrews also participated in those things knowingly and willfully. Now, as far as the age and all of that stuff, that's up for debate. And I feel like if it's a crime, go report it. If the police can take it serious, I'm sorry. Rather, Levante is a black man or a black woman, specifically black women, over 100,000 going missing, coming up unalive every single year because the police don't listen to them. So I empathize with that, right? But looking at it from a different perspective, a peaceful perspective is that I'm willing to bet that Larry Reid and Levante are both down low, are both on the spectrum of their sexuality. Right. And as far as the allegations that Tasha K interviewed Levante about, Larry Reid actually all but admitted some of it in a court filing. So if you are the defendant in a case and you start writing pleadings, and in the pleading that you write to dismiss the case, and start digging into and substantiating the allegations in the actual complaint, you're essentially telling on yourself. So when I see Larry,
the peppers.
Yeah. Okay. Those are the peppers.
I just didn't want to squish the peppers when I was squishing the meat. That's why.
Right. Gotcha.
Go ahead.
So when I read that Larry Reid was like, he said I did this, but it didn't happen that way. It happened, nigga. It happened. You know, basically.
My part of it though, do you think because Tasha K and Larry Reid were like good friends, and they had that falling out, that she should have shouldn't she just walked away because they were friends?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. So this is what I realized when it comes to black content creators on YouTube on that particular sector. Is from the Tasha K, from the Kingpin, from the Davey Wade, from the Armand. They all have and live under this umbrella to where they will bring your friend and love bomb you for X amount of time to collect whatever content and conversations they want about you before they then decide to use you as content. And so people looking at me,
that sucks.
Yeah, people looking at me like, oh my gosh, why did you block Armand Wiggins and why did you say F him? Why you don't like nobody, or why nobody don't like you? Because it's not meant for me to like them. It's not meant for me to be in a situation where someone is pretending to like me and then just want to use me for content.
I don't get along with a lot of my family members, and they always think, people from the outside looking in always think I'm the problem because there's so many family members that don't get along with me. And this has nothing to do with my show. This is just we just family dynamic, right? And it's like no, it's not me. If you get to know me like my people that know me, they're like, damn, let me see what your people do to you. You know, they do the shit and hide their hands. You know, and it's like, yeah, and then they hurt you again. And so that's why I'm like real careful how I move in YouTube too, because you get people attached to you and you can't unattach them. And it's like, I don't want to be friends. Let's just move on.
Yeah, and then so whenever I see people that have these characteristics, I like mix and mingle and be cordial. But then when you try to control me it's like I'm gonna go crazy on you. I'm gonna go.
You, I swear, you act like a Leo sometimes. I know you're a Cancer, but you act like a Leo.
For
You
real,
can
it's
ask the
like-
Leos in here, Carla and Diane, right? And I don't think Richie came in.
Hey, what's up, Kimberly? Hi. Thank you so much for being here. The content chat. This lady is okay with the not using the N and the B word together. Her working
Who
with
are these
him.
damn trolls? They should at least donate some money if they're going to troll. That's what I say about trolls. Donate
Yeah.
some money.
And I'm sorry.
It's okay. We're talking.
Hold on.
how we
Let
talk.
me. I'm talking my regular vernacular. Also, for you all that has a problem with me just being myself and being comfortable enough in front of her, it's not like I'm in a meeting with the executives and needing this and this. I know how to code switch. I just feel like I'm with the
I
friend.
told her that he can be himself on my show.
Right. Thank you. She told me that. And then on top of that, like y'all need to go hold these rappers accountable for saying the N-word and having white people to buy it up and all of that other stuff. And I was just on, I was on Clubhouse earlier. And I found out that this one black woman who called herself an influencer was up at like 1:00 this morning and had her child. First of all, she's bathing her child at 1 a.m. when the child need to be sleeping on Clubhouse, and then having a child to harass other people on Clubhouse, calling black women bees and stuff. And he's 4 years old, and I'm like, you raised my little sissy.
Wow.
It was something.
Yeah, we don't get caught up in beefs. We talk our regular way in here.
Yeah.
The reason that I don't curse normally on my show is because I intend to have my show on TV. Why? Because I want TV money.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not YouTube ain't on no money.
Exactly. And with that said, what are you making now?
This is the lids, and I'm just using a drinking glass.
Okay.
It's too small when I cut it, but we're gonna roll it out.
Gotcha.
You want to cut one?
Yeah. Oh,
You can use a cookie cutter too. You got it?
Yeah. Actually, let's do this.
Yeah. So Donat's gonna talk the way Donat normally talk, and I think he's toned down quite a bit. When Choice came, Choice cussed. It's like whatever.
Well, the thing is, I need to tone down because you're someone of influence and you have certain people that you're connected to that I would love to be connected.
That I want to introduce
celebrities, people that work at YouTube.
I have a whole manager.
Yeah, people that's gonna get y'all banned for playing with my name and doxing and all of this stuff. A lot of them on that sector of YouTube are about to disappear, and they think that I'm playing with them.
And of course, you see leftover dough.
Yeah.
So we can always. Sometimes you could do this.
Oh yeah, that's the pizza face, isn't
it? Yeah. So now they're shrinking, right? Because this dough tend to have some shrinkage. So when we're ready for them, once the meat is in the thing, we're just gonna roll them out a little bit. They don't have to be perfect because they're gonna sit on top.
I'm super excited.
I
feel like, look at this. Like, if y'all know like meat pies, if y'all don't know, they're so delicious. I can probably eat this whole pan by myself. Probably. Have you seen someone eat the whole pan of meat pies by themselves?
Yeah, my kids.
I can totally eat by myself.
My kids gonna do it. Okay, so now with this, normally you don't cook ground beef this long when you're cooking ground beef, right? But I'm cooking it long because I want it to like be minced in the meat pie. So now we're gonna do that slurry thing that I told you. You can do it with flour and water, or you can do it with cornstarch. I like to do cornstarch better.
Cornstarch, yep. Remember when I said where you're gonna add any cornstarch? You gotta visualize the food before you cook it.
So who taught you how to cook? Let me get a spoon.
My mom, my grandma, my brothers.
Your mom's still alive, right?
Oh, yeah,
Your dad's passed away.
My dad's passed. But see, I got brothers and stuff on my dad's side. They taught me how to cook. And I firmly I
look at your
believe
meat. Look at your meat.
So you cut it?
Yes, yep, and I see it getting thick.
Let's taste to see if we got enough salt.
Let me see.
Definitely if we got enough salt.
That's good.
You're not you crazy.
It's good?
That's good enough. Real good. It's good. I still kind of got dough on my hand too, so I kind of mess with it. But as far as salt content, yes.
And every time I talk to Donat on the phone, Donat has been nothing but respectful. Just like I knew he would be anyways. I reached out to you.
Why you gave me your house? Why you, girl, you know I'm finna take it up.
I reached out to you when you went on that lady. Can I say her name?
No.
Okay. When you went on her panel, I went over there and subscribed because you said, come on over because you thought it was going to be a good thing. And when you were up there, I'm like, get off, get off, get off, get off. I was like screaming at the TV, get off, get off. See how this wasted away to nothing, like milk? Flour won't do that. You're going to have to put flour through a sieve.
So wait, that does look like milk. So that's cornstarch and water.
Yeah, cornstarch and water. It was like a good tablespoon. That has the raw meat. And it's going to start picking it up, that thing. Okay. See how that's looking?
And
So now, when you get the meat pie, this is what pours out of it. I swear to God, that's what.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get dragged to smithereens. I when I got interviewed on Belize TV, and they started to tell me that my hand don't look as dark as it was on the light, so it's not me doing the flour. I'm like, bitch, you don't know lighting?
It's like, you know, she said she went on TV and the people couldn't believe that she was famous enough to go on TV, right? And that the people said it's not her, it's a double because of
no, it's the people on the TV. That's the guy interviewing me, BELIZEAN guy on BELIZEAN TV. And I had a video clip that they played where I was doing the fried jack. And we had bad lighting at the time. We didn't used to have all these lights up here and stuff. So my hands looked darker than they were in front of him. Mm-hmm. And he goes, but your hands don't look as dark as on that thing. And I said, it's lighting. Somebody started to drag me in Facebook for that. And they go, I had a reel that went viral. And they started to say, no, ma'am, that's not your hands. Look at your face, how light it is. Look at your hands, how dark it is. Jesus Christ. I'm like, these people, I can't stand these colorist people.
Oh, my gosh. They're so insecure with
that. You can ask my diehards. See, do not we want a lot of this water? Because it's still going to dry out when you cook. So we want a lot of that to put meat and a lot of that loose water in the meat pie.
So what's the difference between you making meat pies putting the loose juices? It's not water. It's actually broth. It's broth at this point. Gravy. What's the difference? So, what's the difference between the meat pies that you say you don't like? And that
I feel like there's no meat. It's just that.
Oh wow!
I don't want that. I want that with the meat. Let me taste it though.
So it's broke people.
And this is what you have to do for the people that say, "I made your thing. It's not salty enough." Taste it. You go by you. Everybody has a different taste, right? And I always taste with a clean spoon and not with the same spoon back in the pot, no matter what, because I don't know who can stop here.
So I know I know this black woman that cooked in the same pot she put fabulosas in.
Oh shit! You saw that on YouTube?
Yeah, I seen that shit. Whole cook boiled the pot of fabulosas, the mop up flow, then turned around and used the same pot to cook with.
That's good.
So they couldn't be me, was it?
Do you see them white ladies that come on Facebook? And they cook the macaroni and cheese in the toilet?
In the toilet? That's so disgusting. I bet her mouth smell like shit.
I don't think they eat it. They do it for clicks and views, but it's nasty.
I seen somebody eating out the toilet. I don't care if it's a brand new toilet. Just the idea of eating out of the toilet or mixing something in the toilet. I've been
What do you watch on YouTube, Bernard?
I watch Dr. Pepper Popper. I watch politics.
Oh, my kids love her.
Yeah, I watch politics.
I watch politics, but sometimes it gets too overwhelming. So I like to watch comedy.
And that's why when I talk about politics, I do it like, once or twice a week. And so it just gets so overwhelming,
Yeah, it will leak out if you make meat patties and it's that juicy, okay? Cooking that NyQuil chicken. There's a NyQuil chicken?
NyQuil chicken?
No, the crust won't get soggy on some Cali chicken.
Is it NyQuil chicken?
I'm going to bring that hot pot right here, okay?
All right, let's go.
Try not to get burned.
Oh, I love the gravy. It really looks like
it looks nice, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to let's get a little measuring thing so we can measure how much you're putting.
So do you to avoid the whole juicy stuff, do you put the meat in and then pour juice back over top of it?
So I put some of the meat. We're gonna put more, right? We're just putting some. And if you didn't want to put like the jalapenos that I did, you know how Joe has those whole pepper sauces up there? That's a pepper sauce from Belize, a famous pepper sauce. But somebody from Wales bought it at Amazon and sent it to Joe, one of my viewers.
Wow.
Everybody loves Joe. If Joe would take over my show and I would just sit down and shut up, I would take off. But he doesn't want to do cooking. He'll cook for us, but he doesn't want to do a cooking show.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be at a venue September 17th in Inglewood. If you're back into this neck of the woods from down south where you are, I'm gonna have a meet and greet. I'm gonna have a booth. I'm gonna sell my books. Have a meet and greet. We're gonna do giveaways.
Yeah.
We're gonna have one of those wheels that you spin and you can win the prize on the thingy.
I would totally love to. Do
Yeah, I would love to have you come for that. I'll remind you, September 17th, so you have time to plan.
Yeah.
Because people don't know this, but gas is not cheap
It's
in
not,
California,
It's not. It's like $7 a gallon.
and everywhere is far away, right? Everywhere
Yeah.
is far away. It's like even to go to my son's house, he's 6 miles away. My husband's like, I'm not coming there. You're burning up my gas. See how much of the gravy I'm putting?
Yeah.
And it will dry out. We don't want to put too much to the top because then it'll make the lids not work so good.
Mm-hmm.
And this is only, I think I did just about a pound of the ground beef. Should have measured that. Okay. Let me get this out the way. Oh, it's still hot. Hold on.
Wow.
Hold on.
The meat pies are so good. I'd be like, I can't believe they like in Puerto Rico. They're not expensive,
Mhm.
and that's so good. I'm like,
Those people work hard to make that stuff, though,
They
you
do.
know? And I made a few Puerto Rican dishes on my page, and the Puerto Rican people say I did a good job.
really?
That's all I care. Some Puerto Ricans said I did a good job. I'm good.
So, you see how something like this one right here that I made.
Uh-huh. It's okay.
It's okay?
Just set that on top. We're going to mash it with a fork in a little while.
Gotcha.
And these lids are going to be thin. You like them thicker, right? I'll make a thicker lid for you.
Yeah, I do.
I like the lady on TikTok. Everybody is so creative. What lady? Need a close-up. I would like to see the consistency of the meat sauce. Okay, that camera died again. We can't move the live camera, Cousin Jay. We can't. I'll show you the pot in a little while. But
That
we
sounds
can't.
like a hater.
No, that's my cousin. That's my cousin Jay. She's legit. She's trying to probably make it right now while we're doing it.
Oh, okay.
She lives on the Keys in Belize.
She's probably laughing at me when I say she a hater.
Whenever she says stuff, she goes, "I hope these people know I'm your cousin and I'm not doing anything."
Oh, this one right here is perfect because this.
You like the
is
thickness?
Yes, I love
Okay.
the thickness.
We'll make them thicker then. We made them thicker for the knot.
Just one, do
No,
your
we'll
regular
do.
thing.
We'll do like a good 3 or 4. You gonna eat the whole tray?
I definitely will eat this whole tray, but I got the oxtails too.
Don't
Oh,
worry,
you
you gonna
know
take
what?
stuff home.
Oh my goodness! You know what I
She said,
forgot?
"Okay, I didn't mean to ruin the whole thing, cousin Jay. We ain't mad at you, huh?"
Wait, I'm teasing you. I'm just
Ascari
like-
says his favorite channel is on at the moment. Cassie Thorpe, Fundy Fridays, Avenue X, and Masculine Jason. What the hell? I don't know none of them channels. Ascari.
Me either.
I watch YouTube Beef. Not everybody channel though. I have a couple channels that I watch.
But let me ask you a question. Given the fact that you watch the beef, like I said, if I'm going to continue to be in this beef sector or continue to entertain that beef audience, I'm gonna need to start telling them you got to pick a side. That's it. You got to pick a side. Ain't no supporting.
I pick sides.
Yeah, ain't no supporting. Did not.
I don't talk in none of the YouTube Beef channel now. I talk in your page because I've
pick the side.
picked a friendship. I picked a side,
pick the side.
and I developed a friendship with you.
Yeah.
And I don't talk in none of these other beef sectors. I watch some politics. I don't watch any cooking show. Unless I want to learn how to cook something different, and I'll watch a cooking show. I watch mukbangers, and I used to watch a lot of mukbangers because I was sick with my gallbladder for many years, for like 3 years before they took it out, and I couldn't eat. And any food that I ate was caused me a lot of pain, right?
I'm sorry to hear
And
that.
so because I couldn't eat, I would sit and watch Nick Avocado. That's before he went crazy, before he went psycho. I would watch him and just enjoy the food with him.
I mean,
you know?
but doesn't like as big as he got? Isn't it just psycho on his face? Like, why are you surprised that he's
The what? The what?
psycho? Like his true character, he's psycho.
You know when he was not like big like this, and he was meeting up with other people to collab, like with that big white lady. God, I don't remember her name. No, she's big, but she
When you say big or
no,
just
she
big,
embraces her bigness.
Oh, okay.
Hungry white chick, hungry fat chick.
I don't know.
Her name is Hungry Fat Chick. You don't call yourself that if you don't embrace your bigness, right?
That's fact.
And
I
so
think she took over the joke. Like,
yeah, and she's a pretty lady. She's got a sweet voice. She could do like phone sex. She's got a real sexy voice, real pretty lady, but just huge. And he collabed with her, and he was so respectful and sweet. And I just really liked that collab. I thought they were like real cool. I think maybe they are cool. Nothing ever came out saying they're not cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I loved when he collabed with that lady, and I was like, I could see a niceness in him, a sweetness in him. But after a while, he just like went crazy, and I just can't. I don't like watching him wild out. I want him to be normal again.
Yeah.
You know. And so, but he got me through a lot of years of not being able to eat, and I told him that he was real cool. He was real cool.
That's noble.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
And I liked it better when he didn't have his husband on camera. And that's because they fight too much. If they didn't fight when he was on camera, I wouldn't mind.
Nick Avocado?
Yeah, they fight too much on camera. And they're mean to each other. I'm all over California buying Belizean food. Belizean DJB. What part of California, babes? She said she don't even try. I think it's a girl. She said she don't even try. She just buy them.
What,
the food?
The meat pie?
Girl, don't nobody. Oh, let me shut the hell up. Nobody down there in LA can cook like the Bear Pantry Show. There, I said it. Let's start beef. I'm talking Belizeans, not Jamaicans. My Jamaicans love me. You're not gonna come let my Jamaicans start hating me at all.
No. Listen, Jamaicans, as soon as they see me, that boy Jamaican. That's what they're gonna say. Like,
you know, my friend Troy's TV, he tasted Trinidadian food over here in California, and apparently it was nasty. And he said it was nasty because that's how he is. He'll tell you if it's nasty. That's why I don't go eat at Belizean restaurants, because if it's nasty, I'm gonna have to come back and say the truth, and then everybody gonna hate me, and they're gonna say, "Why did you bash the place? You're just a hater." Blah blah blah. Right? So, anyways, he bashed the food, and the whole of Trinidad came for him. They dragged him for filth. I'm like, my poor baby, because he's such a sweet guy. And then you know what he did?
What?
He bought a ticket and went to Trinidad. He went to Trinidad and he said, I'm here to taste the food from here, not from these people in LA that know how to cook. And he said the food was good and the people were lovely. He says they treated him good. They were so happy. Kind of like that, but you want to try to grab the top with the side.
Oh, gotcha.
As much as you can. It's might ooze out because we greet it with this stuff. I'll show you the Cousin Jay. I'll show you how the meat look in the pot. Okay, give me a second. The pot is hot.
Put your nose in somebody's pot.
She's making it right now. She lives on the Keys in Belize,
Really?
Let me not call no name. I call her Cousin Jay because she don't want me to call her name. Her real name.
Her real name.
Her government name.
Government
See, they can't dox me because I use my real name because I write books in my real name.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't have shit to hide.
Well, tell me, how you gonna dox me and I'm supposed to be embarrassed about something and I ain't got nothing to hide?
And my address was already out there, so who cares?
It's like, what you gonna do with it?
Oh, it looks dark though, Cousin Jay. Joe, can you give me a spoon right over there so I could dish up this meat to show Cousin Jay? The pot spoon, the black pot spoon is clean. The black pot spoon, I just want to dish it up to show her how the meat looks. Cousin Jay, are you watching? She better not leave already. See, that's the meat. And then see how it has a lot of that gravy? It's dark in the camera right now. Meat gravy. Okay? So it's a lot of gravy. That's your spoon? That's your spoon. Move here. There you go. I didn't want it to drain. All right. I'm going to light the oven now. I didn't light it before because it's going to get too hot.
Right.
In the kitchen.
Right?
Joe don't even know how to light the oven. Right, Joe?
What are you talking about?
What do you know? You don't know how to do something, or you don't know how to do the timer. You don't know how to turn on the timer in the oven.
So when I was in Puerto Rico, they had a special sauce that went with their meat pies and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
You remember what it is?
I don't, but it was good. It was so good.
I like Puerto Rican food. I like Mexican food. I've never tasted Jamaican food. I think it's because it's so similar to Mexican food that I don't really care.
Right. Because it's Caribbean.
Yeah. Like when we eat out, we don't want to eat Belizean food. We want to eat American food or some kind of Latin food. Like
right. Because you can go back home and try some Belizean food.
And we have a lot of taco stands.
I'm actually going to be cooking this tomorrow. I hope you know that.
I know you is. Cousin Jay, see your boy in here cooking? Cousin Jay.
Yeah, how you doing?
Cousin Jay. Cousin Jay likes Joe. I tell you, everybody likes Joe. I don't know. Joe has his own channel too, Donat. It's called Hello People Joe Here.
I think I seen you on it one time or something.
He just started to build it. He's had it for a while, but he just started to build it out. And I saw you say the other night that we only need 3,000 watch hours and 500 subs now, right?
Yeah, that's
so
it.
I wonder why YouTube did that, because they don't do nothing that don't profit them.
Right. Because YouTube is in competition with Instagram and all those other.
And TikTok, they hate TikTok. And Facebook is in competition with YouTube. Oh, you did a damn good job with that.
Did I? I thought I messed
Yes.
I know he got a hire for it.
Remember, we have to press some of them out. They might be too short.
Oh yeah.
Let me get a thick one for you.
You got the Midas touch, man.
Got the Midas touch. Touch too much. It's gold. It's gold. It's gold.
Solid gold, baby. You like Austin Powers?
I remember that song. Yeah.
I love Austin. I didn't used to like Austin Powers when it first came out, but when the third video came out, I had already watched movie 1 and movie 2 when the third movie came out, and I was into it.
I watched it when Beyonce got involved.
That was the third one.
Yeah, exactly. Same to you.
I had watched both before that came out, though, because the kids had watched it years before when it came out, and I didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, "You're gonna like it." I don't know, because
And
I
then
have
I
a
went
weird sense
back.
of humor, right?
After I seen that, I went back. That's what you call true marketing. It took Beyonce to make a lot of black people watch Austin Powers.
Mm-hmm.
Then next thing you know,
And they had that weird Tom Cruise in it.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry.
Here, you want to do that?
There's no messing up when it comes to this, because if it oozes out, so what? You just clean it off the pan when it's done. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why we try to keep the bottom as tall as we can, but there's no perfection to it. This is egg wash. It's just an egg yolk with a little tad of milk, and that's going to give it a crispiness and a color.
Mm-hmm. So that's not the egg white. That's just the yolk.
Just the yolk, because we want the color. Everything's about that color, because we're not putting that curry.
And that whiteness will take away.
We don't want it to look bland. You know what I mean? And we don't put curry in ours, but I'm sure it would taste good. I'm sure I would like the Jamaican patties. I think, you know what? I'm lying. I think I tasted Jamaican patties like years ago when I first got married to Joe. Joe used to always go to this Jamaican store to buy groceries, and I think I might have tasted it.
So basically, this is the Jamaican patty without the curry powder in the crust, right?
Yeah. So if you want to do it Jamaican, put some curry powder in the crust.
We doing a BELIZEAN Jamaican. We put some curry powder in the crust. We cooking the BELIZEAN style. We using the season. Yeah.
And remember, I have that whole dough that I have in the fridge. That would do the other one, but we don't have to do that on camera. We're just going to do this one on camera. Let's see what they're saying.
Right.
Oh, Cousin Jay's still with us. Let's see.
Hi, say hi, Joe. I do not eat oxtails, girl.
You want to know
what's up, Hillary Banks?
She's one of yours.
Yeah.
You want to know how I met my cousin Jay? Through Ancestry DNA.
Really?
I met a bunch of cousins through that way. I met a cousin, but not right, because my dad, his mom was the side piece in the relationship with the man, right? And I go to Ancestry DNA. I see this white lady, and we share the same grandpa. I'm like, how the hell do we share the same grandpa? And I go, oh shit, she's from the wife. The wife is white, the grandpa's white. Mm-hmm. And I reached out to her, and I was like, hey, if you don't want to talk to me, I understand, because my grandma was the side bitch, right?
Yeah.
And your grandma was the wife. And she goes, no, I put my name in the ancestry thing because I wanted to reach out to people from that side of the family. Mm-hmm. And her dad was still alive, which is my uncle. And he watches the show when she takes it over there at the nursing home and stuff. And he's like so proud. And I was like, it was so nice, to see that they wanted to know us, So, but I met a lot of cool people through doing Ancestry. And of course, you're going to get a troll coming and go, you're giving away your DNA to these people or whatever. Like they don't already have our DNA.
I get so sick and tired. Like, you don't deserve a voice, sir. That's how I feel about sir. It's just like, ugh.
And this counter that we got is quartz. And somebody told me that quartz has like an energy that it gives out. So if you get quartz, your kitchen will have a really good energy. So
really?
We didn't pick what's the other thing that they have? Corian. And what's the one that everybody will get? There's another one. Joe, what's the other one that everybody gets for their counter? Marble and another one. Granite.
Granite.
Yeah, I didn't do that. It took money from making reels at Facebook for me to be able to do this. Mm-hmm. Let's see some comments. So all we're gonna do from here on in, guys, is put the meat pies in to bake, and it's gonna take about probably 45 minutes to an hour, so it's crispy and stuff. And you're gonna know it's done when you tap it with your nail and you hear it crispy. That's how you know it's done. Okay, Hillary Banks is talking to
Hey,
my friend
oldies
Callie.
music. It's a stuffed crispy pastry with meat, potatoes, and a variety of spices. Highly recommended.
Oh shit, I would like potatoes in that. You know, we could do what we want to do in our
Yeah, we
pies,
can,
right?
but
But the potatoes would have to be cooked first, don't you think?
right. But Hillary, the potatoes in a
Thank you, BELIZEAN.
you
Granted.
talking about a Jamaican patty? That sounds like a pot pie. We
That
not making no pot
that
pie.
sounds like an English patty. I made an English patty before, and it's that same crust. They call that a shaggy dough, and you put the meat on it inside, but it's not ground meat. It's beef. It's a good part of the beef too. And you don't cook it. You don't cook the beef. You season it up and put it in the damn dough like that raw. I'm like, this shit ain't gonna cook, right? And then on the bottom part of it, you're supposed to like knot it off a certain way. You're supposed to put some kind of jam or jelly on the bottom so it doesn't mix up with the meat. You're supposed to knot off that piece. I didn't do it right. And the shit that merged with the meat. I only did one like that though. But they said the miners would eat it and their hands would be dirty, right? From the coal mine. They don't have nowhere to wash their hands. So the outside part, they twirl it a certain way where it's thick. That outside part is thick and hard. And they hold that part, eat the inside, eat the thing for the dessert, and then toss away that rim.
Wow.
It's like, shit, they're throwing away the best part, but it's because their dirty hands touched it. Mm-hmm. And so I tried it. It came out really, really good if I didn't put that jelly on the bottom. I just could not twist that dough the right way to make that jelly. But I would try it again, though, like to make it, to try to get it perfect. Because sometimes that's what I'll do. I'll try something. It won't come out right. I may or may not show it to the audience in a video. And then I'll go back and try something. I'll try 6 times. The oven says it's ready. Open the door. Okay. Close. We will time it for 60. But that stuff was good, though, Donut. The beef, it cooked. And it was soft because it was the good part, not the cheap part of the meat.
I would think that
About an hour, I think.
In the shell, the crust did not.
It did not get soggy. It did not burn. The beef cooked so good and it was tender because it was like the rich part of the meat. Because we buy the manager special shit, right? The ones where we have to beat it with a stick to soften it. You know.
So let me ask you a question.
All this music is one of yours, right?
Yes, that is my. Oldie's music is the GOAT.
She's one of your mods.
This is exciting. It's making me hungry.
If you ever. I think we do. No, I think we do. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah, man.
You want to go off camera?
Huh?
You want to go off camera?
No, we good.
Okay. I was gonna tell you, if you ever have to get rid of your mods again and get rid of me, I'm not offended. You got to do what you got to do.
No, I mean, and speaking of that, I just wanted people to know, like. Mm-hmm. I didn't know who was there. Like
who you could trust.
Here's the thing. Uh-huh. There's this audience on YouTube. That's YouTube. Mm-hmm. They're gonna follow the drama. They want the gossip. They want the tea. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I recognize that. I get it. Mm-hmm. Which of my mods are strictly here for that, or are they here to support me?
Right.
And I took away everybody ranch to see if you're there for you. Is you there for both? Is you there for? Because at this time you're gonna have to pick a side. Like period. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I got rid of my mods. And I was like, I'm finna blow up. And I don't want to blow up on you because I know you're messy. I know you want me to be with the mess. And I'm not giving you this crash out because of somebody that's not identifiable. Mm-hmm. Let Jaguar Wright do it. Let somebody who actually has a face do it. And now coming from that particular individual, mm-hmm. is wash, rinse, repeat. Like you have nothing new.
Right.
Like what are you doing? Your platform is stuck to where you have to talk about me. Like when I first fell out with Sean David Wayne King Payne, mm-hmm. I talked about them. And then I started implementing politics and other stuff to move away from that instead of having people to expect me to talk about that. Mm-hmm. Now this other person is going to have her keep wash, repeating, mm-hmm. fucking with people that she didn't dox or dox somebody new. Mm-hmm. I own your platform and it's going to be taken because I'm going down to YouTube Corporation.
Mm-hmm. It like when I got on YouTube, I reached out to one person that does cooking and he's one pot chef in Australia, right? And he told me, get a Mac, don't mess with this Windows thing for editing. It's going to crash on you. You're going to cry. And I did. I cried many tears for like 2 years. I'd be editing and I forget to save and the shit crashed and I have to start all over again.
Mac?
No, the Windows.
Yeah.
And so I saved my little pennies because we had a business. We had a bottle printing business at the time. So you know how you silk screen t-shirts? We silk screen bottles, like for your shampoo, conditioner, stuff that you clean the house with, stuff. Anything that doesn't have a label. is screened onto the bottle. That's what we did for 15 years. And so we were making money there. So my YouTube money was my money, right? It wasn't, and Joe's like, he didn't mess with it. It's like, that's your money, right?
Right.
And I would take my money and buy my cameras and buy my computer and my mics and whatever I needed, my lights, whatever I needed to buy. But when we closed the shop down in 2017, that money has to feed the house. I'm like, damn, I want my money back, right? So that's why I started to open different streams of income, like putting the stuff on Facebook when they invited me. And you really have to have a YouTube channel to get invited by anybody else to do anything, by Facebook, by Instagram, by Amazon. We will talk about that off camera. And even with the shorts community that I belong to, you have to have a channel for them to invite you. But once they invite you, you don't need to have the YouTube channel no more. They just already got you from your YouTube, right? And they look at your channel, not just to see numbers, because I have big numbers in the way of subscribers, but I have very little views, right? And it's because I'm not in the algorithm. And sometimes it's me, I'm not consistent enough. Sometimes people just don't want to see cooking for that moment. They want to see something else going on, right? But I'm not going to give up, because that's how I built my whole thing around food. So I'm going to do cooking, cookbooks, mukbangs, maybe story time. Troy told me to do some story time with the cooking, stuff like that. And some people will come and cuss me out too and say, we just want to see you make the thing. We don't want to hear your stories. Okay, that's one person.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to go with what the masses want, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, I had to open different streams of income once we closed the shop, because this wasn't working.
Nice, Ascari.
Hi, Ascari, darling. Thanks for popping in. He lives in LA, in the LA area.
Oh, thanks for popping in.
He's a sweet young man.
Love me some roti.
You like roti? Roti is more Trinidadian, right? Somebody answer me. Is roti more Trini or Guyanese rather than Jamaican? Is that coolie food?
Coolie.
You know what a coolie is?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
What is a coolie?
It's when you're like Americanized.
No. Coolie is Indian.
Yeah, Indian. Okay. So I have a niece who's Jamaican and she's Indian.
You see how my son look? Josh, he coolie.
Coolie, yeah.
But when he did his ancestry, he came up like 30% European.
Really? Wow.
He only came up like 15% Indian, because Joe's grandmother was from Sri Lanka. And so my daughter came up with more Indian in her.
Yeah.
She came, and then Joe came up with like 28% Indian. Miss Lucky said roti is coolie food. No, they say coolie is a negative word, because they say coolie means like slave, like the least of these.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, so
Hillary Banks said her boyfriend is Jamaican.
Who?
Hillary Banks said her boyfriend is Jamaican, so that's why she was talking about that patty thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna make the crest that she just showed me and put some curry powder up in there. Make sure.
You see, it's easy to do now that you were here and touched it, and
it's easy.
I wish that I could do this with some of my viewers, like maybe not meet at my house, but meet somewhere where we could have a whole cooking class present, not virtual, but present. Where it's like, let's do this.
Where's my book? My book is right here.
I put it over there. I didn't want it to get. I didn't want it to get messy. You notice your trolls left. It's Trini. My cousin said it's Trini, the roti. That started off in India, though, right? It does, but
black
we still
pies.
Enough coolie in the yard. Is that one of yours, Frank Floyd?
I've seen him before.
This is a cool collab.
It really is, and I think it's really cool for your supporters to see. And I'm pretty sure if they come over, they're gonna say, "Oh, this man is crazy." Yada yada yada. I think people need to learn how to compartmentalize and differentiate between if my niche is to be a YouTube personality and to entertain that audience that follows the personalities, then I'm going to be a certain way.
When you come on and you play that song that you got from that other place, Holy Spirit. When you do that, I'm like, let me sit down. I'm not even gonna do the dishes. I'm gonna sit down and watch this part right here. Then you start.
But see, the thing about it is, I'm so creative. Like, you still love that, and I'm like, oh, really? I'm so bored with it. It's like it was a troll.
It's still funny to me. And I think because I know you were trolling, and I know that the Christians hate that song.
Oh my gosh,
they hate that song.
It was one person that did something. She doing it for God. It was the first person to dox me because I used that song.
Really? They hate it because they said the Holy Spirit don't work like that. You just can't activate him. Well, he damn sure better work like
Listen,
that.
you know how many times I've been sitting down, been like, you know, I don't even want to go live.
Mhm.
These people expect me to, and I got to give them this content. And then I played the song, and it was just like the activated, it's just vibe change, you know.
I feel like you can activate the Holy Spirit like that. It's like don't people say, "Oh God, help me"? You know, it's like that's activate.
Yeah. Kimberly said, "This is great." You know what? The best part about this for me, obviously, is that I'm learning how to cook.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, I'm actually making a friend.
Yeah.
And number 3 is humanizing me, because like when you're always by yourself and virtual and don't meet with nobody and stuff, like, you know.
They figure you're living in your basement like the one guy. Shut up.
But a dirty sheet on the
I'm
wall.
not calling no names. You know, I didn't know none of these people till they came up in my feed because of you. You're the one that drives these people up in the damn feed.
And this is why they have to talk about me to stay in
none
the
of
fucking
these people
feed.
came in my thing.
This is
I
why.
don't know these people. Where are they
Please.
coming? And I just tell YouTube, I want to see this. I want to see this. I want to see this.
They coming up because it's like I've hid them from my feed. I don't see them. I don't know what's going on with Jaguar.
And I don't hide who I watch. Like I watched you probably for 10 days without saying a word in your chat, just watching to see where this is going, to see your true personality. Because I think I have good discernment. I could see that if you were doing a thing that day, you know, if it's just a character you're playing or whatever.
Well, clearly you see me here.
But I reached out to you through. It wasn't email at first, right?
It was email.
It was email.
And it's still people that reach out to me via email, and I'm the type of person where I don't like people getting close to me. I'm very selective, and so when you reached out to me, I read it, I was like, I ain't gonna answer you. And then you reached out again, and then you wrote me. I was like, let me go ahead and answer.
You answered me that night when you went on that one show that I was like, I unsubscribed right away. When I was like, come off of that panel. These people are not for you. Come off of that panel.
So even when she, I kid you, even when she reached out to me, no matter if you black, white, Asian, man, woman, I'm gonna be like, who the hell are you? Who are you? Don't come around me. I don't know you. I just like.
And I think the reason why I reached out is because I see your potential. Because I don't see you stymied at no 13,000. I see you just blowing past that 100K right away. Once you get into, and you know how to get into the algorithm. Yeah. And I see you blowing, and I didn't want you to like mess up your platform from making money by like meddling around with these beefs, because YouTube's not going to invite you to nothing prissy if they see that's all this beef, right? Right. And so they invite you and they send you the good stuff. They give me this mic. Yeah. They give me this mic. They give you good stuff. They give you swag. Right. Every minute something will come to the door and it's swag from YouTube. Nice. They give you swag.
So this is the time I'm on, and I cannot get there if I'm responding to beef. So with that said, with my channels and my beef channels and stuff, I'm gonna have to private a lot of that content, even though it's really great.
Or keep one channel for your ratchet stuff, and then your next channel. Because I like when you come out with the suit and tie and talk Well, I like a lot of the topics.
The thing about it is, it's just like people don't know if I'm going to beef today or talk politics the next day, yada yada, or talk law. It's just like what discourages me from being consistent with that particular content is we're looking at the numbers. And now that I guess somebody has, played with me, my numbers are my numbers, and that's just what it is. So regardless of what I talk about, people are going to pull up, and that's the audience I want. I don't want the audience that's going to pull up because I'm talking about Jag or another personality. I want people to be invested in me. And so, and this is who I am, and I feel like a part of me feels like, Denai, you're too boring right now. It's like there's a toxic audience that expects you to crash out, that expects you to curse people out and do all of this.
Are you making money from the toxic views?
So from the toxic views, I make money by fan funding. I don't make money
from YouTube,
the advertisement. But then when I don't do the toxic, and then on top of that, when I don't do the toxic, I make probably more money with less views.
Because you're in that good CPM.
No. Not only with the advertisement, but even fan funding. They like to see me happy. They like to see me like this. Yeah. Even though a part of me feels like, damn, now you got to be toxic. Let's get down with the best of them. So it's just something going on with me as well as a content creator. So it's like, yes, I'm a personality that people are invested in, whether it's negative or positive. But now it's time for me to shift on into a specific niche that's recognizable and that's actually monetizable, beyond the scope of fan funding.
Yeah, because fan funding can be fickle.
It's very fickle.
Because people sometimes you say something that pissed them off. I'm not getting none of my money. It pisses me off. It's like,
and then I seen somebody sending themselves $250 playing my content, sending it. It is obvious how it happened. It's like you planned to play it right here. You sent yourself $250 to say that to try to mess with it. It's like I'm good.
wow.
So,
and I think like a lot of content creators that are in the beef sector, they tend to lie about the money that they make. And if somebody calls in and has like an opinion that matches theirs or differ from theirs and they start a debate, that person's paid to call in and say that. Because I watch a lot of it. I'm like, what are they doing to make all this?
I don't have time for that.
Mm-mm.
Like when I right now I'm not thinking about what I'm gonna talk about tomorrow or what I'm gonna do to mess up somebody else's platform.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have time for that. I don't even want to be.
Yeah,
I don't even want to deal with people.
I don't
that
like
think
seeing
like
when
that.
people mess up people's bag. I'm like,
Yeah.
you can't beef without messing up somebody else like crab in a barrel.
And then on top of that, the
Uh-huh.
same people that beef and try to mess up your bag, when you get them back, they report you. They report your videos, and they don't want you to say
Mhm.
nothing. I'd rather
You
you
know-
just be dead to me.
You know, I watch Teddy, but I just started to watch Teddy. Man, I don't even know if it's a month that she popped up in my. She used to pop up in my thing before on her own, but I didn't understand what her thing was about. That if she was a psychiatrist or something, because everything was called analyze this, analyze this. I didn't know what it was. Then I started watching, and I like the sound. Remember, I told you voices matter to me.
Yeah.
I like the sound of Teddy's voice, and I like that she talks very deliberate, and it just kind of calms me sometimes. So I put it on. In the
Yeah,
evening.
she talks with a calm conviction.
But I'm never talk in her chat. Never. I'm like, I feel awful for not saying hello at least in her chat, right? I
Yeah.
never talk in her chat.
I guess you're a robot because you don't
Uh-huh.
talk in the chat and the numbers are there. You're not talking. I guess
I know, and she says, I know there's people in the bushes. I'm like, But most of the time I have the phone up here on the windowsill and I'm doing the dishes and stuff. And then I don't want to touch it with my wet hand. And most of the time I catch her in replay. I don't know why she doesn't come up when she's live. I don't get the notification. But the few times I caught her live, I didn't like watching it live because she plays music. She's not monetized, right? She plays a lot
she's
of music.
monetized.
How did she get away with playing that music?
Well, paying funding, they don't take away from it. She figures
So she's
that,
not going to get the YouTube.
I mean, she get 1,000 views or 3,000 views
Mhm.
on something. That's like what at top, like what
$30.
$30 at
Mhm.
top. So it doesn't make any sense to sacrifice that when you can stretch your content by playing music and being entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to get to the level of where I find a significant niche where I can get the 60, 70,000 views and don't necessarily have to depend on the fan fund because it's really a full-time job, you know?
And when Nosy Whole Live was on Unmasking that avatar a few years ago, 1 month she made 18K
Oh.
at YouTube. Nosy Whole.
Oh.
She showed it. And then they snatched her channel and she was so afraid that money was going to disappear. But I think she got the payout. I'm not sure of that. But she didn't come back screaming about not getting the payout. So I assume that she did. She was making money.
Do not keep your channels on different IP. Right. I think my backup channel, I'm just going to do the mess and address names and all of that shit over there.
Mm-hmm.
And then on my main channel, I'll just keep that.
She said never
separate.
have both channels on the same IP.
Right. Never
That's
have
some good
both channels on the
advice.
same IP. That's right. And then now that that's right.
Are both your channels hooked up to the same AdSense account?
Yes.
Shit. You only get one AdSense account in life, man. You're gonna have to separate that into some of the AdSense. I think you guys.
It's not the AdSense
Uh-huh.
that connects and drives the algorithm. It's
No.
It's the type of content you put
No,
out.
it's just like when they snatch your AdSense account, though, all your accounts go down. All your channels.
Oh, well,
They don't take
that's
them
not
down,
gonna-
just the money.
That's not manifest.
Okay.
That's not gonna happen.
Mhm. It's like, no.
But no, actually it's not. My sister AdSense is connected to my backup channel.
Okay, so that's good. When I started doing YouTube 11 and a half years ago, I got monetized like the first week. There was no requirements.
No
We were in here in the dark, no lights here.
Just
Turn on
cooking.
the camera, and we made this dish boil up from the book where you boil everything. It was hot. It was July, hot as hell. No, it was October. We made the thing, and then we just kind of tasted it, and it was done. And I made 5 videos. But at the beginning of the video, I played some Caribbean song, like right at the beginning, enough of it to be copyright stuff. And at the end, I played another Caribbean song that just said, "Life is just for living." That's all. That's all the line said. And I did 5 videos, and YouTube came knocking and says, if you remove the copyright stuff from this, we can monetize these 5 videos. All right, okay. I privated those, never delete, always private. I privated those and then I just redid them. I didn't redo them all at once. I did other stuff and redid them in between. And then I was monetized. It took me like 7 months to get the first $100 though. And after that, I never miss a paycheck every month from them. But there were no requirements. And then all of a sudden they're like, no, you need to do this and this because they didn't have, why they did that is because they didn't have enough sponsors. They lost a lot of their sponsors because of that crazy boy that showed that dead body in the forest.
Oh, YouTube lost sponsors because of him?
Oh, yeah. And they still have him on there. Why? My son was mad. It was like, get rid of him.
Like, why would this company sacrifice for one person?
Because he brings in a lot of money. I guess they lost a lot of sponsors. They didn't have enough sponsors to stretch to everybody. So you have somebody come on now and again and do a vlog or do nails or something. And they're like, no, you can't get money from us because your channel's not doing nothing much. You know what I mean? So they want you to be pumping out. And once upon a time, they only wanted you to pump out one video a week. And if you pumped out more than one video a week, people got mad. Why? There's too much. I got people to watch. No, they want you to do 3, 4, 5 lives a day, going 6 hours each, right? You can't even go pee. YouTube snatch your channel for no reason. Yeah, they do. They do.
That's why I can't be beefing no more, y'all. I really can't. I can't because when you get them back and respond to them, they telling people to go report you and acting like they the victim. I can't beef with no cowards.
Yeah, I don't like people that throw stones and hide their hands. I don't like people that dox because that's dangerous. People can have your address out there and they could cause harm to somebody. That they'll be in trouble in the future if some harm comes to somebody. And they find out who they are.
Right, but the thing
anybody that's doxing.
Anybody that's doxing, and then when you got a UFO on YouTube, like, let's see. So we're definitely gonna grow. Let me see.
Yeah, I saw when you did the pivot away from the JAG content, and the channel just kind of flowed. It flowed really, really nice.
It flowed, and it even though I didn't get the 500-600 people crammed into a live stream and got the 100-200 people, not only did the channel flow, I grew while I was being cyber attacked. And then when they realized that, like, that's what I'm gonna do. Anytime somebody attack me or whatever, I'm gonna pivot. I'm gonna talk about something else, cater to another audience, grow there, and then come back and get you, and then bounce back and do it again.
And thank God. You know what I noticed? I watch a lot of van life people. Do you know who they are? People who live in their car, and they don't have to live in their car. Some of them say they have to because rent is too high, but they're not like homeless like you would think, right? And those people, they don't do nothing. They do nothing. They tape their day as it's going along. Yeah, there's one post. I want to show you what I have. I don't know what you want. I have some. I have vodka, and then I have the Hennessy up there. And we have vodka. No, we have vodka in the freezer. You want vodka?
What? Oh. Then they're trying to get some liquor, folks. How you guys doing? Hi, Miss Lucky. How you doing, Miss Lucky? Hey, Carter. How you guys doing? I'm here cooking. I'm in the. It's coming along. It's getting soft. Pushed off. Yeah. It's getting there. It's getting there, folks. There's some big pieces here. It's getting soft. We'll taste it again just to make sure that I have enough salt in there. I think I could use it.
Yes! You got something. Grand ordeal water.
Huh? What do you mix that with? I got the juices. Joe, we have the orange juice, right?
Huh?
Put it in the soup.
Original.
Joe put some more salt in it than I. Just didn't think it had enough salt.
Just a little bit.
Don't do stuff behind the back. You have to watch it. You shake it like that. You shake it like that.
The people see what I'm doing. Okay.
And I prefer Himalaya salt, anyways, over regular salt. That's the salt I
It's so
use.
good. Uh-huh.
It is.
Let me wash my spoon.
You guys are not just gonna make a drink.
So I'm making this right here is water in this nice bottle. It was imported from Italy. So we got some, and it's bubbly.
It's bubbly water.
Bubbly.
Where's the black pepper? Oh, over here.
Would you like a drink? Would you like a drink?
No.
You don't want any water?
We'll get some
So
water.
they about to have me acting the fool in here for this water.
You be
but they're not
yourself.
even-
You be yourself. Be yourself.
Help yourself, don't-
Jolissa says hi, Joe.
I keep licking.
Hi, Sherry. Everybody's saying hi, Joe, because we said Joe. Men do not just rudely walk off camera.
Oh, we had to go get some water. I keep looking at the computer screen instead of the camera.
I know, we stupid.
I love you. Know what? By the way, I love your setup.
In
I
your
do.
room? You want in the room?
They
Here
don't
too?
even here too. Everything. Like
I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that Mac though, because see, the cooking show live would be good,
yeah.
but that Mac didn't want to work with that damn
I
thing.
think. Listen, I think if you start doing your cooking shows live, you're gonna be at 200,000.
You think so?
By the
I
end
might
of
have
this
to
year.
invest in a Windows laptop.
They ain't nothing but like $300-400.
Yeah, I might have to invest in it. I just bought a damn cell phone. I gotta pay that first. Oh, somebody sent me 10 pounds from England.
Oh, I love when y'all was sitting. Who was it, Maxim?
No, it's one of my favorite viewers that has become a friend. She sent me some beautiful gifts, man. Dog, you in my way.
Who? I mean, your.
The dog, no, the dog. Look how far her fat ass off the bed. You know, that dog had gotten fat in the pandemic, and I started to cook for her, and she lost a lot of weight.
How does a dog get fat during the pandemic?
Because when
That's
we were
crazy.
feeding them the dog food outside, right? We would set the dog food in the morning, and then some part of the day it's all gone. They wouldn't eat it right away, right? They would nibble, because they didn't like it. And then she just started to get fat. We're like, what happened to her? Is she sick, right? Because we never had a fat dog before. And so finally, when I had the stalker, we had to install cameras and stuff. And when we checked the camera, we saw her eating both bowls of food.
Damn.
And so I was like,
Greedy ass
oh,
dog.
no wonder you got fat. The other one getting skinny, right? And so we started to cook for her. We'll cook for both of them.
Mhm.
And so I've been cooking for the dog since 2020. Me and Joe cook chicken, beef, liver, sweet potato.
What? Now you got one of the
pumpkin.
Martha Stewart dogs.
Yeah, these dogs are fancy. And she went
Exactly.
from 133 down to like 75 pounds. And
That's
then
a
that's
dog.
when I decided, like, if I'm gonna do this for the dog, I better do that for myself. So I can lose weight too,
The dog
right?
better you'll be on that dog dry kibbles and bits. Oh, we're talking about cooking for a dog.
You know that stuff they're not good for dogs though, the dog food. And they just make it enough that they don't die, but they don't nourish the dogs with the dog food. Right, Winnie? See how long this is taking to cook, and Joe made rice and beans with coconut milk.
It's
That's
getting
how we
there
make
now.
rice and
Now that's Jamaican.
See?
Hey, it's getting there. It's getting soft now, and this is the time if you wanna.
You did.
Let's say you was cooking.
Cousin Jay, did you bring wine? Let me ask Joe.
Let me see.
Joe, did Cousin Jay bring wine when she came the last time?
Who?
Cousin Jay.
I
Did she bring wine here when she came?
think so. I don't know.
We don't know. We you see that Hennessy up there?
Mhm.
My dad gave that
I
to
can't. That's
us.
dark liquor. I've been to bust somebody in the head. I've been to jump through that computer at somebody.
My dad gave it to us when he moved to
You
Belize
know,
in 2018, and my cousin husband drink it when he comes here. We don't drink it.
And it's messing up that sense.
Uh-huh.
So it's getting soft.
Yes.
You want to go right through?
It's getting there.
Wow.
It's not too late on
And he's been putting water when we weren't looking, but
Yeah, I know.
I'd keep out. I know why until it's soft. And then when it's cooked down and with the gravy, if it's soft enough, then you turn it off. It's up to what you like.
now we make potato salad because if you don't like something, you can say, okay?
Mhm.
I told you can be yourself here.
No,
I
didn't.
think
What do you put
Jamaicans
in your
do this
potato
too.
salad?
Peas and carrots.
Yeah, peas
Okay.
and carrots. Black
Okay.
Americans don't put peas and carrots.
Oh,
in
they
potato
cuss me out for that. Black Americans cuss me out for
Yeah,
that.
so like whenever I go and I eat, whenever I go to a restaurant, Jamaican restaurant, and ask for potato salad, I know they expect the peas and carrots. I know that.
Yeah.
Black Americans, they gonna talk junk.
But I don't know why they
got no culture.
Why do they condemn it though? Because they put celery and bell peppers and all type of stuff. Black Americans in their potato salad.
Oh,
don't they put that kind of stuff in there? I've tasted that stuff before at potlucks. Hey, my friend Edmund says when he died, he want to come back as my dog.
Huh?
My friend Edmund said when he died, he want to come back as my dog.
Okay, exactly. You gonna eat good.
Maxine,
say Black American put
put celery. Don't they dice up celery and put it in there? That shit is gross.
No.
Who put that in? White people?
Probably some relish. If I guess I don't know, like the sweet pickle relish, dice it up. That some people.
This is how I treat potato salad. They'll do not. If I get it from any culture and it has something that I don't like in it, I just pick the thing out. Why am I going to find fault with it? Just pick. If it has like black olives in there and I don't like black olives, just pick it out, set it aside, eat the salad.
I love black olives, but not in potato salad.
You know?
Potato salad ain't supposed to be nothing but the potatoes, the eggs, and all these
peas and carrots.
all the peas, carrots, celery, green beans, ham, lamb, chicken. You name it.
So you could taste this alone. So this is what we make the potato salad. We don't put no mustard.
What is that?
You can squeeze a little bit on your finger.
Well, what is it?
It's a salad dressing. It's a British product.
Girl, don't be trying to give me something I don't know about.
I'll give you a little bit on your finger. It's a salad cream. That's what's the salad made of. It has a vinegary taste to it. You're gonna like it.
I'm trolling you.
You know I didn't test to see if you was evil.
This tastes like potato salad.
That's what we use. I think they use that in Jamaica too. They use the Durkees and the Heinz.
I'm gonna tell you something. Ain't nobody got nothing on Black American potato salad. I swear to God. And that's probably I could be biased, I guess, because I am from the South.
I like a lot of people.
Do you know how to make sweet potato pies?
No.
I can teach you.
And we make potato pound. Potato pone. You guys call it pone? P-O-N-E?
Is that in a pie crust?
No, it's just like a pudding.
Sweet potato pies. If I taught you how to make that.
How does it taste with the cranberry stuff? Tastes good?
Yeah.
Cool.
By the way, I'm a lightweight, so it only took a couple of sips for me to like get a new type of energy. You know those things that I be drinking.
Oh, she talking about raisins in the potato salad.
Girl, you better get out of here.
No, I would like raisins in the coleslaw, but not in the potato salad.
Raisins and coleslaw. Yeah, raisins and coleslaw.
It goes, right? Uh-huh.
Boom.
The grass, I like sweet potato pie. I don't think I've ever made sweet potato pie.
Oh my gosh, I could teach how to make a sweet potato pie.
Okay, so we're gonna put that on the list.
And like I got taught how to make a sweet potato pie by my great auntie.
You guys use the American sweet potatoes, not the Caribbean one, right?
No, you don't use no Caribbean sweet potatoes. An American sweet potato pie. Everything ain't gotta be Caribbean.
Don't they like taste
now
the same?
acting crazy.
Don't they taste the same though? The sweet potatoes? You think one tastes different?
Do you talking about the white yams and stuff like that?
Does that taste different than the Caribbean one?
Yeah. It's weird.
No, you know I never taste sweet potato pie.
Please look, the grass is saying, please teach
Please teach a child. The child need help. Do you make the pie dough also? I could.
Do we make it the same way we just made?
You can, but you will just put sugar in it. Remember, we didn't put any sugar in this one, but I have two other pie doughs that I make for sweet pies in this book. Girl, we are selling these books.
Pantry Laid Bare.
The Pantry Laid Bare. I have two more good pie doughs, so that part I could add to the thing that we do it.
And then I get the potatoes. The next time I come, uphill. No gas, so you can never.
And I'm saying it on camera so they know you are always welcome to come. All right, I'm saying it on camera so you can know. Just like my sweet Choice. Choice comes behind the scenes where we don't have to record it because I'm not using Choice for clout.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's got 600,000 subscribers, I think. So he'll come behind the scenes. We'll meet him in Walk and Don't Walk. You know what Walk and Don't Walk is? Mm-mm. It's a joke, like when Belizeans first come from Belize, because Belize back in the day didn't have any traffic lights, and I think now they only have a couple. And so somebody came and got lost. The story is, but it's a joke. And they call their people and go, help me, I'm lost. I don't know where I'm at, right? To find the house. And he goes, where are you at? And he goes, I'm like, walk and don't walk.
I don't know.
The lights, right? Because it's weird. So I always say I'm meeting people at Walk and Don't Walk because I don't want people to know where I'm meeting people, right? So when we go meet Troy's at Walk and Don't Walk, he'll take us out. Like right now we have a date to go eat Ethiopian. Remember the lady said go eat Ethiopian food? At first I asked him if they're the one that has that Ngusi soup or Igusu soup. And he says, no, that's Nigerian. And so he says he wants to take us to Ethiopia. And so when the lady was telling you, the one that said go to your PO box,
Right.
I was listening to some of the things she was saying because I'm going to order
Let's
whatever
take her.
she said.
Tekka.
Yeah, I'm going to order whatever she said because he's taking us, me and Joe, to eat that. So he'll come up here, we'll make him a feast, and he'll take us out to dinner.
Nice.
Really, really good
Speaking of
friendship.
that, I did not. I probably have to run down to Walmart to get a container because I left my.
Oh, I have containers too.
Okay, perfect.
I have throwaway containers.
And then, yeah, like we gonna do this again. Come back.
This is fun.
It is. I probably come back like.
I'm glad you
like
went back for your computer.
Yeah, I was at the gas station, and because I wasn't sure if I was gonna bring my cameras, my lights, and everything because I'm just like. I wasn't sure, and listen. There is not the only difference between her production and my production is the camera. That's it.
Mm-hmm. And you have the thingy, the pretty thing on the desk that I like to see with the lights.
Okay,
the switcher.
Okay, I have a switcher.
Uh-huh.
So the only reason I have a switcher is because my camera. The only way to get it to transcode to my computer and use it as a webcam is if it's through the switcher because the camera I have, they monopolize it like that. But the camera, the switcher thing that I have, if I would have brought my switcher, we could have had both of these cameras going live stream. We could have had a camera right here. We could have had a camera back there. We could have brought this one on the stage. And it
did you buy that from Amazon? The switcher thing?
Yeah, I did buy it from Amazon.
Yeah, when you go back, send me a link so I could look. Do you think I would do good with the cam link? The Elgato cam link?
So, like, the cam link is still limiting you to one camera. You have multiple cameras, right? So
I got like 5 cameras.
Exactly. You could, if you get a switcher and a long enough cord, you can have. You can have.
Okay.
You can have control over both.
He just shoved me.
No, but you was.
Cousin Jack, the man shoved me.
You was leaning back.
You can literally produce a whole show where you in there and he's in here. You got 5 cameras. You can be all over the place with all them cameras. The switcher I got takes 4 cameras. And so eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to start implementing different cameras and stuff into my production.
After this, I think that's it.
So when Tasha K does her production, does she look like she used one camera?
Tasha K uses one camera.
One camera. Okay.
Single camera.
When she first started and she was in the bedroom and she looked like a mohawk. She had the mohawk and stuff. I liked her when she started there, but I understand she has to graduate up on
right.
But whatever she's doing, she has clean connection. You don't have like the internet acting a fool, stuff like that.
She's probably connected directly. I need to figure out what software she's using because like when she bring pictures, it's like even with Wiley and our mom when they bring pictures, it just looks a lot cleaner. And given my production value, it's time for me to figure out another software outside of StreamYard. StreamYard is very limited. It's non-complex, and these other platforms are a bit more complex. And I feel like when you use a bit more complex softwares, then you should have that support coming to you.
Yeah.
So
see what they're saying. Art for babies the best. Yeah. Do you like dogs? Do not? You like dogs? Are you a cat person?
No, I like dogs. I'm just like, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like when I was about 8 years old, that's the first time my mom went to prison. I had a dog, I had a puppy, and like that puppy distracted me from everything. And I loved the puppy. And then the puppy ran out in the road and got hit.
And had that happen.
Yeah, and since then, it was such a dark time in my life, especially as a child. Since then, I've kind of been like, I don't build these solid alliances with animals or something that I could lose. So it's trauma.
We had a dog that got through the back fence and went down the alley and went down the street there and got hit by a car. It was a black lab like this one, 3 years old. My daughter got her when she started high school. And she died right when she graduated high school. So she only had her for high school. My cousin's messing with me. She trolling me. She said, Joe didn't touch you. He's just trying to get you out the way. So anyways.
That's a pie steak. That's a good one.
We set it for an hour, remember?
Oh, yeah. It take an hour, girl.
It's cooking. See, it's not burning.
Oh, see,
want
the
the
crust
crispy.
coming up.
That's okay. That's okay. It's coming. She waiting on this. She probably baking her pies right now too. Yeah, but what we did for my daughter at the time, we went and got her a dog right away. We didn't waste no time. We're like, you need to get another dog right. I said, we're not replacing that dog. but you need to get another dog. And so I kept looking on Facebook and I kept seeing a batch of puppies, her litter come up. But it was like 5 black puppies like that. And every time I checked, they would still be there for like a month. And so finally I went and I said, you better hurry or these dogs are all going to be gone. You want a black lab back again, right? And that dog was a lab mixed with a bloodhound. So it had a really unique personality where it was always hunting shit, bringing dead animals to the. And she got, oh, I want the same mixture. I'm like, you're probably not going to be able to get that mixture. A friend used to watch, and she lived in North Carolina, and she said, I have that same mixture right now in a litter. If you want to drive, come get it. I'm like, no, we're going to get a dog from here. So we looked again, and we found the same litter was up, and we called and go, we only have 2 left from the litter. 1 is spoken for, and this one we really wanted to keep her because she was the runt of the litter, so she was the tiniest. Mm-hmm. She had to fight for food. This greedy dog had to fight for food, and we already have her kind of spoiled. She's, she rotten, stinky spoiled. I'm like, okay, we're gonna come see. So we went. My daughter fell in love with her. We snatched her, brought her home. We never had a dog inside the house at that time. They were all outside dogs, and so we put her in the porch with newspaper, in case she made a mess. When we woke up, she ripped up all the newspaper, but she didn't make a mess. I was like, this dog is house trained, because she was 12 weeks old. Call the people. Is this dog house trained? Yeah, she is. She sleeps on our couch. I'm like, oh, she ain't sleeping on my couch, but she coming in the house. So she picked that spot over there, and she laid on a towel for a few weeks.
That's right.
Yeah, then we got our beds, and we keep changing it because the beds, they get funky after 3 months. So we throw them out, buy a new bed. We don't wash it or nothing. And that's where she stays. So we replaced that dog right away. It's like, no, we got to replace that dog because it's going to be, that trauma's going to be left there. Cousin Jay, did you make your meat pie already? Why you to watch mines? Huh?
Which one is Cousin Jay?
Booby. B-U-B-I.
Okay, Booby. Okay.
Booby. Like, I do like you. If people don't want me to call their real names, I don't call their real names on the thing. I call them by their username. You know what I mean? Well, her name is, it starts with a J, so I just call her Cousin J, so she knows I'm talking to her rather than say Booby. I just call people what they asked me to call them. Like this one right here, MNF, her name is Myrna, and she says I could call her name. So that's why I said her name.
Hi, Myrna.
Carla, are you still in here? Carla might have to go eat.
Oh, you keep this live stream up, you probably rank number 1 for denied.
They're going to come and troll you and me. I don't care. I don't get caught up in the YouTube beefs. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Listen, they don't understand that YouTube beef is not an end all be all. That shit was to make a name, get us followers, and move on.
Let's take Perry for instance. His channel was taking off when he started to talk about Jack, right? He was clowning her, doing the skits. I loved it. But then when she went away, he had nothing else to put up. And he was doing other things before that I liked. I'm like, come back with those things, right? Don't worry about her. But I don't know what happened.
What happened is, like, you can monopolize yourself because Perry knows if he go live on his channel talking about playing bingo, he's going to have 100, 200 people there. He's not going to have the 2,000-3,000 people there and the money and all of that
shit. He likes the numbers.
And you can get distracted by the numbers. All the numbers is not support. Please remember that. All the numbers is not no goddamn support. It's just messy people. He's tapped into the YouTube personality sector, and they're coming to watch him, and they like him as a personality. Perry is great, and anytime he gets to show and feels like showing his personality, I'm gonna go watch him.
He's fun, yeah.
That's just what it is. I'm gonna go watch him.
One time, my daughter.
I just couldn't put myself in a situation where I kept their moderators and people like Conscious them that are connected to them get to disrespect me and try to silence me. So I said to myself, is like, if I keep going back, it's going to look like you're literally chasing clout. When I'm just like literally trying to make a good connection. And if they want to allow other people to interfere with that, then I have to gracefully bow out. And that's why I unsubscribe to Sherelle, not because I don't like her content, not because I don't like her, but because I don't like the tribalism that's going on over there.
Right.
And now I'm going to just have to make my own sector. That's how I feel.
You can do it. When my daughter was singing for a function before, it was a little breast cancer awareness thing. Before she sang, they had the belly dancers. Those older ladies, and they're half naked and they're doing it. It's not no sexy belly dancer, right? They're just like waving their belly. But people like that, they brought an entourage with them. And when it was time for my daughter to go on, everybody packed up and went with them to the next stage. So she had nobody but me and Joe and maybe a couple more people. and she came on and she sang, and you could see she wasn't with it. You know, she wasn't giving that, because when she sings, she's happy, and you could see it, right? Like, crap, what happening to her? Maybe she's not hearing the music because she had her little friend beating the drums. Maybe he's playing above her, you know. And I'm smiling like her, like, you know, like when they're little, because she's been performing since she was little. So I would sit there and grin big so she can know I'm pleased with what she's doing, so she can not feel scared, right?
That's so supportive.
And I was doing that, smiling with her. I'm like, not getting nothing back. And when it was done, I don't usually critique her the minute she steps off stage. That's not the time. Even if it's good or bad, that's not the time to critique her when she's off stage. I would just say, good job, let's go to the next stage, because sometimes she's performing at different stage. When it's done and we come home, that's when I'll say, okay, let's dissect this. Why did you have your face like this? Why did this? Why did you change that song? Why? And then she told me when she got off the stage, and she goes, I don't want to talk about it right now, Mom, but I'll tell you later what was going on. And so later she told me, she says, I just hated that everybody just packed up and left with them to go follow them at another stage when they didn't invite all them people. Their people were at the function. And it's like, come, give everybody a break, you know, to see everybody perform, right? And she says, I couldn't get past the fact that there was only you and Daddy and 2 more people. That just really killed my spirit, right? And I said, you're going to have to learn that when you're performing, if it's one person sitting there, that person is worth your entire performance.
Yeah.
And she learned that day. She learned that day, and she says, I never forgot that no matter where I go, if it's one person, I will pander to that one person to make them feel like, damn. So she was singing at a restaurant, and they were paying her $300 for 2 hours, and she would collect tips.
Right.
And she would collect the same amount in tips. It was a good gig.
Nice.
But they had a little stupid dude that was working there that he didn't bring in the crowd, and so the money ran out. And she's like, just give me his hours. I'll bring in the crowd. Because she would bring a crowd. I couldn't, like, people at YouTube knew, people that I trust, but I couldn't say because my daughter's not going to be out there unprotected. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So she would take her setup that we have there in the window and set it all up, and she would pipe throughout the restaurant. In the bathroom, you can hear her sing. And she developed a little following that the people would come eat, tip her, leave, go pick up their kids from dance or whatever, come back with the kids, come back, and they would not leave, and her 2 hours would be up, and she has to end it. And they're like, sing somewhere. Like, I can't. You know, my manager says I can't do that. A lady got up and says, I'll pay you $100. Just sing me one more song.
Nice.
And so she had that going on. So she said, I learned that when I first started working at the restaurant. I remember what you told me, that one person that's yelling from the back that's drunk, like, yeah, do this. I'll do that. When she was at the beach singing, this guy came, he had on beach trousers. There was no way he could keep that money like that, a big ball of money like that. And he pulled it out, and he went in the outer parts, and he pulled out a $10 bill, and he was going to tip her $10, which is good money. If it's a dollar, it's good money in a tip jar.
Exactly.
So we're happy for $10. We do backflips for $10.
Mm-hmm.
He stopped, put the $10 back, went in the middle of the pile, and pulled out a $100 bill. And he goes, this is what you're worth to me. And he only listened to a piece of the song, and he went running. And she would have that happen with her a lot.
And when you sent me the video, a part of me, when I watched the video, I was like, well, how can this girl be so passionate performing out on Venice Beach? Mm-hmm. People just passing up, who's really listening to her. And I'm like, how does she do this consecutively and consistently?
I think because of the little kids. Like when she arrives and she sets up, there's kids right there on the swing set where we go. And when she starts singing, she'll start with Baby Shark. She did not want to learn Baby Shark. And I'm like, I'm a good manager with her. I'm like, learn Baby Shark.
Baby Shark is the little kids cartoon. Song.
Baby Shark. That stupid little song.
My nephew, when I was in Ohio, my nephew, I'm not going to say his name.
Uh-huh.
My nephew, Baby Shark. Uh-huh. It is like a cartoon, right?
It's a kid thing.
Oh my gosh.
So she learned that. And it has a lot of verses, right? She learned it. And the minute she starts, the kids jump off of the sand because kids are very generous. And they go, Mommy, money. They pull on their mom. They take their little dollar. They run. They bring the money to her, drop it in her little bucket. And then she'll get her first like $15 starting with dollar bills from the babies, right? Mm-hmm. And then she's like, okay, I'm good. And she gets going and she'll have diehard customers. We call them her customers. Yeah. There was this one Black American guy, older guy. He would come sit at a bench, 2 benches away. And then he would just like turn his head away from her to listen with his ear. And he would just listen. And I noticed that every time she played Strumming My face with his fingers. That one, he would jump up and put money in her bucket and be like, oh, that's his song. So I was like,
Right.
your friend come and do blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, do it. Then they had a white guy that would come and he liked a country and western song that she did with Joe. Joe would sing with her. And he would come just for that. And I would say, Mike, come and start playing his song, right? So we started to know what people's songs were. And people would come over and over and over again, and they just really, they interacted with her because she interacted with them.
Right.
So like even when, you know, how the black women dragged you, so a lot of the black chicks would come, not the kiddies. The kiddies are cool, the older ones. They would come.
Pause. We don't want to specify it on race, or we're gonna say misandrous. That is people that hate black men, strong black men.
Well, they hate other cultures too. They hate other cultures too.
Girl,
Because
please,
they would
my
come,
name is in the title.
and
I'm
it's not
trying to
all.
save you. They waiting.
Yeah,
They are
yeah.
waiting to drag you.
And it's not all. It's not all. And they would come and they would say, they would jam to the song. They would come up and see her and go, oh, but it's a light skinned one. And
Girl,
she go
listen.
off. She go off on the mic. She goes, so what? So what? Don't we all count? We all
Right.
need some love. And she goes off. Some of them would turn back and apologize. And they would say, man, we sorry we said that.
BELIZEAN JB?
DJB.
BELIZEAN
Oh, wait.
DJB.
It's Belize and JB.
Oh, BELIZEAN JB.
And JB. Belize and JB.
Oh, but it
What's the
says
JB stand for?
Right.
It says Belizean, right? It looks like Belizean DJB.
Right.
So it's either Belize and J. Yeah, she would get that a lot, but it's not all. The older people, like 45 and above, they're cool. It's a certain age range, 25 to 35, that would come with nasty negative comments, but she would win them over. She would say, do I need to pull out my ancestry? You know, and they were like, oh, sorry, you heard that? One time Sherry Shepherd came and sat with us right there while she was singing.
Please don't name certain people.
She a sweetie.
Because they waiting. They waiting for you to say something.
Well, they drag Sherry Shepherd too. People drag Sherry Shepherd too. They don't
People
like
drag anybody that's hot and popping. That's why I'm getting dragged. Why y'all can't see that? I'm getting dragged because I'm hot and popping.
Yeah, the Boots Tarot that reads the cards. He read Sherry Shepherd after she got that show because he reads the tarot cards, but it wasn't correct. And I downloaded that video and saved it to see if all that stuff would come out. So, but he trying to get on Sherry's show real hard. He went to go meet her. He was reading her again. You know.
Oh my God! Look at that.
See how thick it is, Donat?
Yes, is that fat dripping off? And let me tell you something. I love the fat on oxtails. I love eating it.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
hell yeah.
so Donat, when Sherry was sitting over there, some people came by and they said in earshot, isn't that Sherry Shepherd sitting on a fence looking like, I don't know what they said, something negative. My son heard, right? My other son. And they're like, Another lady was with her, and the lady said,
It's thick too.
the lady said, nah, Sherry Shepherd not gonna be out here listening to some light-skinned girl. I said, these people stupid. I keep wiping my counter.
So it didn't matter if it was Sherry Shepherd. It was about the stigma behind who she is. I fucking hate that.
They drag Sherry Shepherd too. Sherry Shepherd don't get involved. She don't respond. You notice she never responds?
She don't listen.
She don't respond.
I have a friend that's a very, very. I have a friend that's very, very, very famous. That is just the most humble, gayest behind closed doors as he can be, but the public doesn't know. And like, I can tell you a story about my friend, and you wouldn't believe it because, first of all, I would never do that because it's my friend. Been my friend for 8 years. You know, it's the public stigma that people care about, and when you go around these people and you don't give a fuck about it, they actually love you because that you remind them that they are human too.
Yeah. The DJB is my name, Diana J. Banner. So it's Belizean DJB then. So it's not Belizean and JB.
What's up, Adriana? How you doing? Thanks for coming over.
Yeah, I see her all the time on your stuff.
Yeah, can y'all do me a favor? If you got a community wall, go ahead and share this video on your community wall, because what it would do, it would boost her in the algorithms with keywords like Belizean cooking and Denat and so forth. So go ahead and share it on your wall. Share it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you are. Go ahead and share it so that YouTube know that, you know, there's an audience and people that favors this content.
Oh, I want to show you something too. Joe's gonna cook plantain. You eat plantain?
I love plantains. Come on.
Yes.
What's a dish without plantains?
What happened to this dog?
Oh,
Why is she in the way like this? Winnie, you need to move, baby.
She probably safeguarding and saying, I'm gonna wait till the black will come over here. The dark skin will come over here.
Hey,
And I'm-
they talk about you lighten your skin. You don't look light.
No, what it is light pat. Like what it is when you take care of yourself, you're healthy. Light. Oh, what is this?
Donut has a birthday coming up. Joshua cut it last night. This is a
Hey man, why you cut my cake, homie? This is amazing.
You like chocolate?
I do.
Because some people don't like chocolate. I just
I
want
like
to show
it.
you
Yeah,
that.
I do, and I definitely want some of that
Mm-hmm.
food first.
You want to eat? Mm-hmm.
But no, what it is that light passes through my skin
Mm-hmm.
because I'm clean and I take care of myself.
Mm-hmm.
I use shower gels that exfoliate. Like
Mhm.
right now, I'm like probably 2 shades darker than usual because I went out playing tennis in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't use cream or anything like that. I use lotion like anybody else, and
Mm-hmm.
I exfoliate to kill any dead skin. So
Mhm.
feel it. There's no dead skin on my
Mhm.
body because I continue to turn over my skin
See,
cells.
he take care of himself.
And when you do that, this is what I need to make a whole conversation about skincare.
Yeah, people
Cause-
like that.
Cause some of these hoes, they wash their pussy with the same rag as their face. And that's not how you turn over dead skin. That's how you get the pH balance in your face to be knocked off. Okay. For real. And like I take care of my skin. So whatever light is hitting my skin is gonna reflect that. So if I have a blue light on me, my skin is gonna look blue shades,
Mhm.
which is darker. If I have an orange light, it's gonna look brighter. Whatever light it is.
And all we have is daylight bulbs.
All we have is daylight bulbs.
Mhm.
So this is but if I go outside, my skin color is gonna look different. And so I appreciate that about me. It depends on the
Uh-huh.
lighting and the setting. But I am proud to be black. Do it look like I use bleach cream?
No.
I just take care of my shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is what it is. I get dark in the summer and I'm lighter in the winter. What happened was when I was in Ohio. When I was in Ohio, because
Did you get lighter there?
hell yeah, I
Uh-huh.
I get bright.
If you went to Belize or Jamaica and stayed there for a while, you'd get darker. Do you know who Tanya TKO is?
No.
She's like your skin tone, and she went to Africa and stayed for a while, and she got so dark, she was darker than Joe. And I was like, damn. You could see it, and they were like, "Oh, you lighten your skin?" Or either no, she just got darker because she was there.
And then like people that
Blame
are
it on the alcohol. She said, "Blame it on the alcohol."
people that are colorists and people that do that, they go out, they be like Michael Jackson. Let me get an umbrella with the sun. They don't go to the beach, or they lavish up with sunscreen and don't be shown until it's over. Like I'm darker right now because I play tennis. I play tennis twice a week for 3-4 hours in the hot LA sun with no sunscreen, which I think I should use sunscreen. But
I have an opinion about sunscreen. Like,
girl, I want a piece of this cake before we
you want a piece of that now before you eat? You can have a piece.
No,
There's nothing to say you can't eat dessert first.
Did you create this icing in a wave?
Yeah, I did. Let me show you.
This looks stove out.
I've noticed.
She ain't cooked this. I'm gonna leave this stove
My
out. We
cousin
gonna
will
see.
correct me if I'm wrong. Belizeans don't get skin cancer for the most part,
Black people don't either.
and we live right on.
I
the
mean, you're
equator
black.
because-
You are a different shade.
No, but
of
we
black.
don't use skin. What do you call the thing? Sunscreen. in the
Sunscreen.
rains. Yeah.
You don't.
So I don't use sunscreen over here either. But I don't. If I go in the sun, I'm that person with the umbrella. Listen, I just did that.
Oh.
It's not nothing fancy. I have this tool. I don't know what it's for. Somebody gave me a set. This tool. I think it's for serving ham.
Yeah.
And you just do the waves. I don't know how to
can I have a
decorate.
thin piece just
Yeah.
to test it out.
Yeah.
And let me tell you something. I'm going to keep it real. If this cake is
What
not
are we
that
gonna do
shit,
for the What are we gonna do for the mukbang? Are we gonna stream that live too?
yeah, we're gonna start a whole nother live stream and do a mukbang of these oxtails with plantains, rice and beans, and the meat pie.
You want more than one plantain? It's your show.
I could find another one you want.
He has two.
That's fine.
It's
But,
your
I mean, we
show.
got plenty of other food.
Don't
but,
act shy.
I'm not acting shy. We got plenty. That's fine.
No, I just you do another one.
There you go.
All right. So,
What's
what's
in
the
there?
ingredients in this cake?
It's cocoa powder, flour, baking
Cocoa
powder,
powder.
baking soda. The usual things. Egg.
So,
milk.
did you use any actual chocolate besides the cocoa powder?
The cocoa powder not in the cake? But
Not
on
in
the
cake.
frosting, yes.
On the frosting. Okay.
On the
All right.
frosting, yes.
So is this cake bitter? Because cocoa
No.
powder is bitter as
No,
fuck.
stop it.
Oh. So happy birthday to me. My birthday is July 2nd.
This is the chocolate that goes on the top for the frosting.
And it's semi-sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So this cake is not that sweet. Did you put sugar in it?
Yeah, there's sugar in it.
Okay.
This cake is good.
Listen, don't tell me I'm finna eat a piece of cake that tastes like it's a Sour Patch Kid. All right.
No,
I'm sorry. I'm kind of tipsy, so that's why I'm getting crazy. But,
Oh,
okay.
let's get rid of her. We have her up on the screen. People not going to see what we're doing.
Who isn't?
And you guys, go follow the not 007. Is that your IG? At the not 007?
That's my YouTube.
That's your YouTube? And that's also his Cash App if you want to send the not Cash App for his birthday.
Yes.
It goes directly to him, okay? That's his $, the not 007. Mm-hmm.
This is so
You
good.
know, Belizean,
And I'm gonna tell you why I usually
DJB.
don't like chocolate cake because it's too sweet.
Because it's too sweet?
And this right here is perfect. It's perfect.
Mm-hmm. When I go in the sun, I get totally tan and I don't ever peel. And Joe will peel right away.
I see you.
He's darker. He peels. I saw how you looked at him. His dark ass peels.
No, I peel too. I peel too.
I don't like when the summer comes because
See, look what you see? He's
Yeah,
starting to
that's
change.
your color right there.
Mm-hmm.
I peel too. It's
Because he's
almost
always
like
outdoors.
Yeah. I usually peel in the wintertime.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I don't peel.
Really?
But see, in LA, there's no seasons. In Ohio,
Uh-huh.
I was like 4 or 5 shades lighter. People thought I bleached my. No, I didn't, bitch. I went to Florida after being in Ohio. They're like, oh, no, I'm not bleaching. It's just this is my birth. And you can tell like this color right here that don't never get sun. That's your birth color.
Okay.
Or sometimes on the
Inside?
The inside. This is your birth color.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wish like I was a smidgen darker. Because if I was a smidgen darker, I wouldn't need to turn on all these damn lights. Joe can come in here with no lights on and he look good. It's like, what the hell? Cousin Jay says, happy birthday, do not.
Thank you so
Cousin
much.
Jay all the way in the
I appreciate you. Cousin Jay. You're not my cousin.
Joe, can you turn off the...
This right here is my family. You know.
Okay, don't step back. Okay,
It's my,
we're going to
okay.
check on the pies. Don't step back. You don't want you to get burned. You can go a little bit more like this. Give it 10 more minutes.
I'm kind of nervous with those pies because I'm gonna be real. I've eaten some great meat pies, but I've never made them. And now that I'm making, you know how like you go to the store and you try something that you really like and you buy it, and then when you make it at home, it doesn't taste the same. So part of me is like, girl, I hope the
Don't
meat
worry.
pies.
And you could say if you don't like it. We don't get offended over here because when you make it for yourself, no, you can change what you didn't like. And we told Troyce that too when he came. I'm like, you can try everything. If there's something that you don't like, you can say. Why pretend? There's enough food for you to pick something that you like. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
She said at Maxime Malone, they put their foot in there. Hillary said, she ain't a beach girl. No. I would darken my skin, but I wouldn't bleach my skin.
I wouldn't do neither. I just let the seasons take its course.
No, I can't rub that stuff on like the white people do. Like the Kardashians, they rub on stuff to look tan, right? Because they look really light skinned in real life.
They do. I seen Kylie Jenner, and she looked like a prostitute.
She looks like a prosy.
Yeah, they're really darker than what they are.
Cousin Jay, you're to take up for me now, no, Joe. You wait. She said, I'm enjoying the afternoon with you and Barbara. Isn't she the best? She's standing up for me. She stopped trolling me now. My cousin. She stopped trolling me now. I'm glad you have time. Did you take your meeting?
You know what this cake is missing?
What else?
Coconut.
Like the flakes?
Like the flakes. Just
like in the inside?
In the inside.
I'm gonna make one of those soon for my cake book, and that's the German. That's the German chocolate cake.
But you put Hennessy in it too, right?
Not in this one.
No, but in the German chocolate.
I think so. I think some kind of alcohol going there.
So I think it's you know,
yeah.
because Jamaicans have the Jamaican rum cake.
We have the black cake. the black fruit cake.
Yeah, and it rums goes in it, right?
Yeah.
It's the same. That's Jamaican rum cake.
We make
Yeah.
this the same thing. Usually I have that on hand. It's a Christmas thing, but I we just finished one like 2 weeks ago.
Try Jamaican rum cake anywhere.
You're not in the
Anytime.
street today. It's too hot. My sister is there right now. Cousin Jay, she say hot like hell, and when night come, it's dark as hell. Dark. Ah. Yeah, so I watch a lot of van lifers on YouTube, and I like the little pretty white girls that go in the forest.
I want to see that
because I
because
think things are gonna happen. I'm like, oh, nothing happened.
I want to see that because a part of me is just like, I'm just like acting and stuff. It's just like a part of me is not completely integrated into the Hollywood system again yet. And I'm like, okay, I'm back here. Let me go. I can get an agent like this, a manager like this, despite whatever you want to say on YouTube or despite that whatever you can Google. Because my talent speaks for itself. But a part of me is just like, I want to experience and explore life more, or at least find some type of healthy balance to where I can go out in the jungle.
Watch some of them and see if you like it. I like the little white girls in the forest.
See it. It probably convinced me to go ahead and take that backpacking trip across to Europe.
There's black folks that do it too, but they more stay inside of a city. They don't go in the forest, and then they actually work like real jobs. But one of them started. I'm not gonna call her name because my son keeps telling me that YouTube made her, meaning YouTube put her in the algorithm. They say they don't do that. YouTube said they don't do that, but I think they do. And she started, and within months she quit her real job, and she's just doing that. And when you check her social blade, man, she's making $10,000-$15,000 a month.
And staying in a van.
She stays in a Dodge. Shoot, they have a name for that damn van. And she bought it like that. No, it's not a Ram. She bought it like that. And she just says, today I'm going to go clean out my storage. And every time she opened that storage, there's nothing in there. There's like $2. I'm like, what the hell is she cleaning in the storage again, right? I'm going to take the van in to get this fixed. I'm going to go drive my car today instead of the van because she puts the car in the storage. And then she cooks, and it's always like noodles that she's cooking. And then she just eats I can't watch her eat, though. It's like B-Loves. It's too sloppy for me.
Oh,
I was like, oh, okay, I'm done. I move away. And so I'll watch her cook, but she don't talk when she cooks. She just stays quiet. And she gets all these views. I'm like, shit, maybe I should stop talking while I cook. Because it's like she gets all these views.
Try
but it's
it.
the van
You should try it
thing.
out. You should try it.
Just play music or something.
Yeah, you should try that. But the video's not go. You don't do live streams anyways. And fan funding, they don't take away from that. They only take away the advertisement funds. So you should do that.
Well, you can use the YouTube music. You good? You good? You can use the YouTube music, but not.
I am so sorry.
Don't worry.
I am so sorry.
She says put Malibu in the German chocolate cake. Child, we're going to do all of that when we make that cake for the book. Yeah, it's going to be hot. We need to go to the beach next. Oh, let me shut my mouth before I get my stock to go to the beach. Sure.
Which beach? Oh, well, I'm
Girl.
going to ask you a more extensive question. You ever heard Robinson ask you which
I'm
beach you go
scared of
to?
these people. They know where I go. They know what my umbrella looks like. Ooh, child.
What?
Ooh, child. That's what happened when you invite people to meet you there, though. I would never do that again in life. Don't meet me at my sweet spot, at the beach.
Yeah.
Only people I trust. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. I'd probably do a meet and greet in Vegas in October.
Cool. I think that meet and greet that we're going to do for the BELIZEAN thing, I've never done a meet and greet. And I think it's because I never know where to plan it. And if you have a crowd that's going to come, let's say if it's even 50 people, let's say that's a crowd, right? You have to get permits to do those things or you get in trouble with the establishment where you're at. So B-Loves had a meet and greet and a ton of people showed up at it was a place in the mall, like the food court in the mall. They ran them out of there. Security came and told B-Loves and her husband, you got to go. There's too many people collecting right here, and pretty much you didn't get a permit to do this. And when you have a crowd, you got to have a permit.
Not only did she not have a permit, she also needed to pay the mall security and everything. So she
ask permission, right?
Just can't pop up unless you do a meetup in Vegas or something and say, hey, bitch, you got to afford your own room, or do a meetup at a nightclub or something.
That's my ringtone. That's my daughter's singing. Let's see.
That should be your intro
That's my intro.
on your channel.
Yeah.
Why didn't you load your intro on your StreamYard?
Hello. Joy. Talk to the people that love this little story.
What? Hey everybody, hope y'all are well. Thank you so much for coming over here, tuning in. This is your boy Denat talking about YouTube drama, black politics, and cooking with the Bear Pantry Show. Today we are cooking some BELIZEAN oxtails and meat pies. We got plantains on the side. We got some cake right here that we ate. I ate my whole slice without seeing the word, so you know it's good. You know niggas is not finna eat nothing they don't like. So I'm a real one. And sorry for saying the N-word, but I'm just being myself, which the Bad Pantry Barbara has given me exclusive permission to be myself, even though I'm still constraining aspects of myself. So for those of you who are offended, sorry, but we are doing some cooking in the kitchen. We are doing this live, entertaining you all, having some fun. Make sure you like Barbara's video, subscribe to this channel, and make sure the notification is turned on to always, because I think you need to start doing more live stream cookings. Want me to tell you why? Mm-hmm. There's barely any live stream cookers. They don't live stream. They just upload their videos.
That's true. They Laura in the kitchen will go live now and again, but it's a big production, and it's only now and again, and it's usually when her dad comes to town from Italy or whatever. I don't know where her dad lives.
Other than that, people just want to pick in your everyday life, talk about what you ate for breakfast and cook and show them, and people will just sit there.
We're gonna figure out how to do it with that Mac. It worked before. If I have to make another login or something on the Mac, I'm probably gonna have to do that because that one wasn't working. Remember?
Yeah.
And then
or just purchase a computer like this,
or like get a Windows.
The cheaper end. It's probably like $300. Thank you. I appreciate you. This is definitely a part of my birthday celebration, coming over here to the Bad Pantry Show, and I'm glad that you guys are able to tune in.
I'm glad you were able to come too. We've been trying to set this up for a little minute, but you just got back into town.
I just got back into town.
And we live all the way in Booneyville.
They live in Booneyville, and I live in San Diego, which is an hour and a half away, unfortunately, but it's well worth it.
But one thing with my little cops over here, though, they don't play around. Like when somebody was sending pizza,
about no fake welfare check.
When somebody was sending pizza to my door, they would buy 5 pizzas and just send the pizzas to my door, right?
I'd be like, thank you.
And they don't pay for it. I have to pay for it. I'm like, at least pay for it if you want to send it. And I went down to the police department and made a report, and they take that stuff there because when they were stalking me and putting stuff in my mailbox, that's why I'm the only mailbox on the street that has a lock. Nobody else's mailbox has a lock because they were coming to put stuff in it, right? And then I'm the only house on the street with all these cameras because of that stalker. And as you can see, I have a vicious.
Ace 13 calls you the most beautiful chef on YouTube.
Oh, damn. Did they donate money to you?
Did they donate money to you?
Ace 13. Thank you so much for the compliment. But remember to donate to our guest, Denat.
I appreciate that. I don't expect it. I just came to hang out with a friend.
Yeah, they don't have to. But if they want to give.
Okay, I'm going to listen.
Well, let's show cousin Jay. Look, see some of the meat and stuff leaked out, but that's okay. If you want to spend time sealing it to the height of sealing, then you can. You know what I mean? No, like when you're sealing yours when you make it, so you see all that spillage. So if you want to seal it better, you can. See how that one's perfect?
Yeah.
Like if I were selling them, you know what I mean?
You can seal it better.
Yeah, I would seal it better. But
I'm going to get better. And mind you, this spillage is because of me, because all but one of these I sealed. And I'm new to this. Okay.
I think you did a good job.
So how long before the oxtails are done?
Those are done.
Those are done?
We might have to end this live to start the other one.
Yeah, and are we going to go in the mukbang room?
Yeah, let's see where the dog at. Let me see where the dog at.
The dog going to run you
that
out the
dog,
room.
Ever since that's my son's dog, right? So
ever
since he left,
so perfect.
That dog started to run this whole house, and she goes into this vicious, deep bark that scares the shit out. We didn't even know she had that bark, right? Grab that one. It's hot. Careful, it's hot.
No, okay. I was going to do it for display, but you're putting it up.
Yeah, we just wanted to cool a little bit. Yeah, and she scared us. So if anybody's outside at night and she starts to rev up, man. When solicitors come to the door and she goes in that porch and they can't see her, right? And she goes into that deep where she does something in her mouth where it echoes. The damn bark echoes. I never heard her bark like that till my son left. It's like, I'm gonna protect my family now, right?
Right.
And
step it up a notch. The dog that went Super Saiyan on you.
The dogs probably thought, shit, they will all leave me. And the people run. They go running from my door. Oh, come on, don't break. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
As long as they don't break apart, we did good. Was because we just shut off the oven.
And the thing is, like, I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out as far as how solid they were going to be.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when we rolled the dough out, I was worried. I was like, maybe they're not thick enough.
See how flaky that is?
Yes.
It's flaky. Now, when you taste it, let's say, for instance, oh, Barbara, I need it to be more spicy. That's when you add more of the peppers you like.
Yeah.
If you have, let's say, for instance, you wanted to add chili powder. And well, I don't know about cumin. That might change the whole taste. But let's say you wanted to add other stuff. You can. I just wanted to show you the basic of how the meat has to look with that gravy and how you have to fill it. And the pie dough, you're going to use this pie dough forever for everything. And screenshot that chart before you leave, because that teaches you how to cut everything. Like
I'm going to do it right now.
We did half, remember?
Whole, half, third, and a quarter.
Okay, so remember the recipe says 4 cups of flour and 3/4 cup of the shortening and 3/4 cup of the butter.
Yep.
Because we were halving it now, 4 cups become 2 cups. So that's easy, right? Because we know that. But then the 3/4 cup become what? 6 tablespoons.
6 tablespoons,
You see the half right there in the
it's the math of it.
Yeah, I made that. I sat down and messed up a lot of recipes to make that thing right there. I really did. I didn't like go find it on Google or Chat GPT or some crap like that. Do you use Chat GPT? Do not?
Do I shop GPT?
Chat GPT. Do you use that?
No, what is that?
It's an artificial intelligence that you sign up for, and it tells you a whole bunch of stuff, and it can write stuff for you.
Girl, I am not finna tell the artificial intelligence to teach me how to cook.
No, not the cooking. Like, you'll go over there and go, tell me about Belize. What's the nationality? What's the food like? And it'll tell you a whole scenario, but it only knows stuff up to 2021. Anything past 2021, it doesn't know. So, like, if the queen died 2022, it doesn't know that. They didn't program that in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's convenient.
But it's not all the time correct. So you have to watch. Like, for instance, my dad went to the Olympics in 1968 for Belize as a cyclist, and it doesn't know that. It doesn't know that. So there's a lot of things that it doesn't know.
So for the most part, this AI that you're talking about is this AI is a pseudo-intellectual, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
right now it's free if you use it on the computer. If you use it on the phone, you have to pay a membership or whatever. So I just use it on the computer.
Did you know about this lawyer who used artificial intelligence to help him draft the legal complaint? And there was cases and other things misspoken and missaid, and he's been held accountable for it.
A whole lawyer did that.
A whole lawyer did that.
Leave that to people like me that don't know, right? Not
Yeah.
a whole lawyer.
Right. You can't hold somebody like me and you who don't know law or who's presumed to not know law in the court of law for misquoting a case. When you misquote a case, they take it very serious.
But then if you're going to use something like Chat GPT for any kind of research, then you need to actually go research it some more and see if it's accurate. Like I just told you what my dad did, and that's in, what's the next thing on Google when you do the search? Wikipedia? It's in Wikipedia, but it's not in Chat GPT. Mm-hmm. And I know for a fact that my dad represented Belize in 1968. That's not something I'm guessing at or I'm not sure at. So Chat GPT does not know it. I've asked it several times to see if they went in there and corrected it, but they haven't. They're going to correct it when they start charging you, you know?
The Degrassi said, I love Chat GPT, the best for school papers. Of course it is.
Mm-hmm. And then you let me not
Chat GPT is devaluing the
you let Chat GPT write the paper, mm-hmm. but you don't turn in that paper. You drop it into another AI that tells you if that shit is going to be plagiarized.
Or you just correct
or change
yourself,
it.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
And with that said, like, what's the value of education? And people don't really understand that school is not about going to school and getting good grades.
Mm-hmm.
And in conjunction with sports and curriculum, school is about critical thinking.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. It's designed to train you and train that muscle to think critically on its feet. And the more you know, the more critical you can think.
This one's perfect. My cousin said, just the way I like it. Now she wants some Marie Sharp on the sprinkle on the top. What do you think about that dough? That's going to be your dough for life. I got it from an old lady.
That is my dough for life. And it's so simple.
Right? And it's tasty, right?
You
know,
know,
if you're using it on salted butter, put salt because it's going to be bland. But we use a salted butter.
I don't think I would ever buy another meat pie. I would just make it myself.
Mm-hmm. Just the dough alone.
Just the dough alone is the basis for all those.
When I like get really like with my whole chest and stand behind my recipes is when I get it from the old people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's an old BELIZEAN lady. I went to a party in when we got married, 86, tasted her meat pie and I asked her daughter, who made this? And she bite was my mom made. I said, can you get the pie dough recipe from her? And she gave it to me, but it was just the shortening. And then my mom's sister-in-law said, split it with the butter because it'll give it a golden color. Because, you know, we don't put the curry. But if you're going to put the curry, you might not need to split it with the butter. Just do the shortening.
Lord, that is some good dough.
Yes, the Gracia. She wasn't here when you made the dough. He frizzed it. He frasiered it.
Girl, don't be playing with me. Did you make the dough or did you buy it? Don't be playing with me.
Because
We made everything.
she can taste it through the screen. The Gracia, he going to get you. One of my moderators says, I've never worked so hard as a moderator today.
Why? Oh, because my truck. Wait, did the people come over here for me? They probably was talking crazy crap trying to tell you to get me out your house.
I like when people come in and they say, oh, you don't know him. He's going to do this to you. I don't have eyes to watch. I don't have discernment skills, you know, to see what's going on.
This lady is happily married. She ain't no young punk.
Almost 37 years.
Right. She ain't no young punk that wants to sleep with me.
She said she didn't know it was a question. She didn't know. Maybe she wasn't here when you made the dough. No, she came early. She messing with us. The girl said, you messing with us? Did Fifi and Nikki leave?
Probably. I don't know. They probably went back there to the mess. You know, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. You know, everybody is welcome over here and they come with their troll shit. I always tell my trolls, you're not going to get cussed out unless I'm hungry, you know, to the point of hangry. I got to build you and I don't got the money to pay it. That's the two factors that will set me off. And I don't do it often because I try to keep my channel clean.
Right.
But sometimes you do need to go off and
then
you get it out. You're done.
It's just like what I don't like. I'm with you on that. What I don't like is for other people to try to take the credit for you being frustrated.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I see people trying to take the credit for me being frustrated, I pivot and don't show anything because you don't know what's going on with me in real life. You don't know my problem. I don't want you to sit there and try to mislead other people into believing that you contributed to my frustration.
And people think that you show them like 99% of your life, not you, but creators. And you really don't. You really don't because there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that we don't show. And I have a few, like 8, I want to say like 8, and they're all my moderators. And we'll do secret live events every now and again, like meetings. They're like meetings with my moderators, right? But we just talk about what's frustrating me and how to move on from it, how to handle this next situation, blah, blah, blah. We don't even talk about what we're going to do next for the show. It's just like, how do I handle this?
I think this is what moderators on YouTube are used to. And I didn't come in and I didn't know that. Like all of my moderators, I don't have the same relationship with me as each other do. Sometimes I'm probably going through something none of my moderators, nobody on YouTube probably know. So
it's different for you because you don't know who to trust.
Yes.
Because you've been burned. But I have people in here that I trust that I talk to on the phone, just like what we talk on the phone. And we talk different things and I've never heard it back. You know what I mean? So it's not about other YouTubers. It's my own thing that I'm dealing with. If it's a financial thing or, you know, this video that I thought was going to work or this book that I thought was going to sell more or this, like the show that we're going to go do in September, I had to go and ask my mods, you think I should do it? It's going to be a lot of long standing in the heat. You think people are really going to come see me? Because sometimes you start to doubt yourself. Like, what if nobody comes see me? They just come for the music and the other food. And they're like, no, we're going to do it. Let's figure this. And then we figured about the wheel, put the prizes. And then we're going to print stuff like lip balm and shirts and mugs and stuff like that and have them spin the wheel and win different things with our logo on it. Then they can win a book or we're going to make some little powder bun and wrap it individually and they can win, you know, powder bun. They can win just fun things. They can win, and everything will have our sticker on it because my sister can make that stuff. And we have the machine over there too, to make the vinyl.
Yeah.
Because we used to print plastic bottles, we tend to buy our own stuff to do our own stuff.
I bet. Yeah.
Mhm.
Instead of the drop shipping and stuff. So,
Maxine said you could trust her any day of the week.
child, listen, I think what I need to do is outside, because being a YouTube personality is not necessarily a niche.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's being a YouTube personality and entertaining the YouTube crowd.
Mm-hmm.
When you have a niche, you bring it over traction and people are able to Google certain things and find you and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
I need to land into a specific niche. Is it black politics? What's the competition like?
Mm-hmm.
Is it cop? Is it this? Is it that? Like, you know, so just being a YouTube personality is great to get your feet wet. And also, you can't do this stuff even for you who cook. You can't be a person online without going through the most egregious stuff like doxing and stuff. Mm-hmm. So being a YouTube personality, you are a YouTube personality. It's on a different end, a different spectrum. Mm-hmm. You have to fall into a specific niche. And right now, people probably are confused because one day I probably do politics, and then the next day I probably do celebrity gossip. And I think with a niche, it has to be something clearly defined. Clearly defined, like female rap beef is a niche. Or just, you know.
I think that's like with anything in life, though, not just YouTube. This preacher that I used to listen to a long time ago says, what do you want to be known for? Like after you're gone, on your headstone, whatever. And it goes like, if I say Michael Jordan, you know right away it's basketball, right? Maybe he has done other things, but you know basketball. And if I say, give me another one, Michael Jackson, you know, he's this famous singer. So, you know, every time you say Elton John, you know exactly what they're known for.
Right.
And I think I've worked for 11 and a half years to be known with food, not just Belizean food, but food. I didn't put Belizean in my name when I named my show because I didn't feel like I would have the Belizean people support, because normally when you leave Belize for more than 12 months and you've moved away, they look at you as, they call it the diaspora, but they call it Yankee. They call it Yankee.
Yes.
Yeah, you're a Yankee. You're no longer Belizean.
Right, you're Yankee.
And so I didn't feel like I would have
That's
the
what
support.
I get called. My Jamaican side, they call me a Yankee.
Right. And so that's why I didn't put that in the name. That's why I didn't, there's only like that first book, the book you bought, that's the first book that I put the name Belize on it. And I'm not trying to hide my Belizean heritage, but I want to open my stuff to a lot of people in the world. So we do things with a Belizean flair to it, because no matter what we cook, we're going to Belizeanize it, right? And so we let people know that. Maybe that dish doesn't call for cilantro, but hey, we're going to put cilantro. You put what you want to put if you don't like it. Like when you taste this meat pie, if there's something else you wanted to put when you make your meat pie, put it in. Nobody's stopping you from doing it. And I tell people that. I'm not going to be offended. And a lot of people will do my meat pie and my panadas. That's the one with the corn masa with the fish inside and stuff, and it's fried. They will open whole restaurants with just those two items, like little, hole in the wall. And they will come back and tell me, I made so much money because you taught me how to do it. I'm like, did you like the video? Did you share it?
Did you contribute? Did you cash out? Like, you're making a business and an empire out of my knowledge. This is what I was saying about those people. Like, there's certain YouTubers who will use your content, whether it's your direct video or your recipes, to make money off of it, and you're not paying homage to the person or to the people that's
even if they don't give money, come back and say where you got it from, because I say where I got everything from.
And they're so disrespectful about it. And
the Gracia was asking if this was my husband. Yeah, this is my husband Joe, and honestly, he can cook better than I can cook, especially when it comes to rice and beans. Come, Duna. Rice and beans, the chicken, the beef, all that stuff. He cooks way better than I do. Like if I went on the Sherry Shepherd show on TV, Joe would have cooked the food, not me.
Coconut in there.
Coconut milk. But when it comes to stuff with the dough, that's where I step up. That's why I made that whole bread book.
But I'm hungry.
Listen, I'm hungry.
Do not finish your live so we can start the next one.
So this is what we're about to do. Everybody, please like this video, subscribe to the channel. Y'all have seen us talk it up about some drama, some politics.
We talked everything.
We talked everything. Most importantly, we are human beings and we're having a great connection. So please like this video, subscribe to the channel. We're about to end this live stream and actually do another live stream tasting the food in another compartment of this beautiful home. So please like this video, subscribe to the channel. And we will be right back, set up, eating in a matter of, I guess, like, it just depends on how long it takes us to
set
move
up.
everything around and set up. Or I would suspect.
And go subscribe to Donat's channel too. My peoples, go subscribe to Donat. He does everything. You don't like one thing that he does, don't watch that video. Go and watch the other one. That's what I do.
Yeah, so I'm just the personality, and I like to do whatever I do. And I like to just share different facets of my life, and which includes toxicity, but it's not limited to politics and reparations and Trump and all of this. I talk a lot of stuff.
We need to put some food in this boy. He drinking.
I do need some food because surprisingly, I did not eat nothing.
And you're drinking nothing. Oh, we're going to feed you. All right. End it for me, Donat.
Okay, we're about to end this, and we're going to set up in another section of this beautiful home, and we're going to taste this food. So like this video, subscribe to the channel. We'll be right back. Bye, everybody. See you shortly.